Hey, y'all. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. My condolences. My condolences. My condolences. Mm. Sad, y'all. My condolences. We had two aircraft crash into the Potomac River the other day, people. I'm not going to say how. I'm not going to say how. With a dozen of bodies pulled from that water, y'all. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Y'all like, share, and subscribe to the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. You won't regret. It's real news come from. Everything I say is allegedly, it's proven truth as well. Now, those Americans carry some very beautiful people. We're going to get into that, okay? Y'all come in. No survivors, y'all. Expected. You had skaters, figure skaters on that plane. You had coaches on that plane. You have family members who had been at a camp in Kansas were among those aboard the passenger jet, according to the United States figure skating. What caused this crash is what we're going to pay attention to this morning. What caused this crash? We ain't worried about what race of these people. We ain't worried about nothing. There were people on that plane, y'all. Lives was on that plane, depending on that pilot. Okay? It's a tragedy. It was some lives on there, on that plane, that depended on that pilot. And that's what we're going to get into. This is what we're going to get into this morning. This is what we're going to talk about this morning. All right, STREAMYARD. Let's do my, come on now. Let's do our thing. Hold on. Let the music. What I'm going to show you is going to educate you on life. This life period. No, we can't say, we can't blame. It's life. A life situation. When you send your children to school every day, you expect for them to come back home, right? But sometimes it don't work that way, do it? Sometimes it don't work that way. Now, how did that helicopter slam into that plane like that, y'all? Somebody either was too low or somebody either was too high. That collision didn't just happen. That collision happened because somebody was doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. 67 people allegedly was on that plane in this disaster. Okay. No survivors. None. Not one, not two. That's just how the impact was, y'all. So we're going to talk about that this morning. I got a couple of videos that I want to show y'all, and I want to give my condolences out there to those families, even the pilot. I want to give my condolences to the situation, okay? I don't care what they look like, how they look like. There's no way. I'm just going to tell you this. There's no way 2 aircraft crashed into the Potomac River. We're going to watch it. We're going to look at it right now. And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this. Let me share it. Y'all know y'all my folks. Y'all my folks. That's why I'm here. And I'm glad to have people like y'all on my channel that subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate y'all because we talk about real talk over here, y'all. Real people lives, real things that real. I think I told my niece, I told my nephew, not my nephew, my son. I told somebody that I don't want to ride the airplane no more. I don't want to fly anymore. When I flew from Atlanta to California for the first time in my life, it was beautiful. But when I was above the cloud, it was beautiful. Oh my goodness. It was beautiful. But I had to psych myself out. I had to psych myself out. Just imagine that those people on that plane got a sign to put on your seat belt. Buckle up. Do this and do that. And they did it, expecting to survive. But they did it. Let's get into this video, y'all, because this is, I don't know what kind of tragedy that I want to call this, because when you flying, you're not gonna go directly to each other like that. It's so much space. Now, when I had a conversation last night with a young man, I told him that when I seen what I'm about to show y'all, when I saw the plane coming towards us, I'm just gonna say towards me while I'm looking at it, I was like, it was somebody flying. Do helicopters supposed to fly at night? That's one thing I want to ask y'all, because I'm not good with flying. So if anybody professional or anybody that know the answer, the true answer about do helicopters supposed to fly at night at a certain time of the day, please let me know. Because a helicopter that don't have to fly as high as a plane, I don't know if that plane was circling around, but it doesn't matter. They have radios. Did somebody radio go off? Signal? Radar? When it came around, was it leaving? Was it coming? What was the helicopter doing? Because I saw helicopters when I was up there in the sky too, but they weren't over there by us. You're supposed to travel. It's just like on a street. They have laws up there. They got traffic laws up there. So we're gonna get into that because it's too much going on, y'all. And innocent lives has been taken behind something careless. You know what I mean? We gotta find out what's going on, y'all. Something going on that we don't know. And I'm not about to start all that voodoo, kudu, and lulu. I'm talking about surviving out here in this world. What is going on that we need to know as the people of the United States? Something going on. Something is going on. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. So I'm going to take you into this video. Y'all make sure y'all on there live with me in the morning. Okay. Let's get this video. Let's look at this video. Ooh. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Get your coffee and get everything, because we're going to talk about this like nosy neighbors. Put on some. That's it, cold. Ouch. Shout out to all my workers. Shout out for my working folks. Shout out to you. Shout out to all my working people. Shout out to all my subscribers. Please shout out to my working peoples. All right, y'all. Y'all ready? Oh, not you, man. Oh, hold on, guys. Trying to rest. Okay, here we go. Here we go, y'all. I'm gonna give a shout out to all my handsome men's out there, hardworking men who take care of their family, take care of themselves. Shout out to all my beautiful women out there. We talking about women or color, anybody. Let's take a look at this, y'all.
This is, and you can see there off in the distance.
Look, y'all. See, here you go, y'all. Look right here. See the plane, the two lights up in the sky? These are the two aircraft. There they go right there. Watch this. Watch this, y'all.
Take a look. You see that flash in the distance? Right
see
there?
It back there?
We'll go in a little
Look,
on
right
it.
here.
See to the left, there's a plane that looks like coming in. There's a bright
Y'all see that?
Steve talked about, you can see whatever is left.
Look, y'all, look.
Afterwards, falling down pretty quickly. I want to. It's so difficult to watch because we're already being told there are water rescues being made. Everybody's hoping beyond hope that they're pulling people who are survivors of this crash out of the Potomac. But we do know that there are going to be casualties here.
Undoubtedly, Phil, and probably several that we're hearing already confirmed, but we don't have firm numbers yet because those teams are working furiously to find any survivors they can. Both of the aircraft, the commercial jet operating under the American Airlines banner coming in from Wichita with about 60 people aboard, and the military Black Hawk helicopter from the United States Army, both of those, what's left of them anyway, ended up in the Potomac. It had just started to thaw after being iced over for weeks, so the conditions are suboptimal.
Yeah, it's similar to the Hudson here that had been thawed, that had been iced over, and now it's thawed. And it reminds me of the scene we see here in New York a lot, with so many helicopters flying near the flight path.
And when there was a collision over the Hudson River of a tourist helicopter and another commercial aviation, they put a stop to that. Now, this is different. This is a military helicopter and one of the busiest airports in the country. And Steve Ganyard can speak to that better than I can. But one question will be why there was not a deconfliction here. But that's going to wait because the urgent priority right now for teams that are in the water, and you can see how many emergency vehicles are massed on the edge of the Potomac, is to try to find any survivors.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take this back, y'all. I'm gonna take it back. I want y'all to look at the plane. Look at the helicopter crashing into the other plane. It's going toward, right, headed toward. An accident can happen, y'all. An accident can happen if somebody not doing what they're supposed to do. But let's watch this again.
From EarthCam, and you can see
Look back here.
In the distance. Take a look. You see that flash in the distance?
Back here, y'all.
Right there. We'll go in a little.
Okay, here we go. You see that helicopter right there? And they go to plane. They distant. They distant themselves. I don't know how they got it. I don't know what happened.
You're on it. You
Look.
can see to the left there's a plane that looks like coming in. There's a brighter light. And
Bam.
right there.
See, it looked like, let me see, let me look. That plane looked like it was landing, y'all. Look. I'm gonna make y'all make the decision. The plane looked like it was landing. Somebody was too low and the speed was the same. The impact. And not the impact, but the speed looked like they was going at the same motion. I wonder was somebody tired?
And you can see
Look, y'all.
they're off in the distance.
Look back here.
Take a look. You see that flash in the
Right
distance?
here.
Right there.
That plane right there. The helicopter, here go the plane. How did that happen?
Plane, it looks like
Look at
coming
that.
in. There's a brighter light, and right there
Oh,
you'll see
my
that
goodness.
horrific fireball.
Mm,
And then, as Steve talked about, you can see whatever is left afterwards falling down pretty quickly. I want to bring Aaron Katursky in. He's sitting here with me, watching that. Aaron, it's so difficult to watch because we're already being told there are water rescues being made. Everybody's hoping beyond hope that they're pulling people who are survived. There are going to be casualties here.
Undoubtedly, Phil, and probably several that we're hearing already confirmed, but we don't have firm numbers yet because those teams are working furiously to find any survivors they can. Both of the aircraft, the commercial jet operating under the American Airlines banner coming in from Wichita with about 60 people aboard, and the military Black Hawk helicopter from the United States Army. Both of those just started to thaw after being iced over for weeks, so the conditions are suboptimal.
Yeah, it's similar to the Hudson here that had been thawed, that had been iced over, and now it's thawed, and it reminds me of the scene we see here in New York a lot with so many helicopters flying near the flight path.
And when there was a collision over the Hudson River of a tourist helicopter and another
so what we're going to do is take a look at what happened. Okay, I just showed y'all the video. We're going to go back and look at y'all. Scared of planes. Even though I got on now, I'm just so scared. Okay, let's take a look at this video right here, y'all. It's just something you just got to pray about. We can't blame people. I'm not. I knew it was gonna happen one day. I knew it. Let's see what they got to say, y'all.
I'm the chairwoman of the National Transportation Independent Federal Agency that's charged by Congress with investigating every civil aviation and serious accident and serious incident in the United States and significant events in other modes of transportation. I want to start by expressing our deepest condolences, our sympathies on behalf of the entire board for those who lost loved ones in this terrible tragedy. Our thoughts, our prayers are with you. Entire communities were affected, and we are thinking of you. With me today is Bryce Benning. Bryce is a senior aircraft accident investigator with the National Transportation Safety Board. He's also going to serve as our investigator in charge of this investigation. Also with me today is the entire board. We have Todd Inman, member Todd Inman. Todd is going to serve as the board member on scene, the spokesperson for this investigation. All of the board members will be here. We have Vice Chairman Alvin Brown, member Mike Graham, who lived in Wichita for 20 years, and we also have member Tom Chapman. The NTSB's headquarters is just a mile from here, and so we are all here because this is an all-hands on-deck event, and we're here to assure the American people that we are going to leave no stone unturned in this investigation. We are going to conduct a thorough investigation of this entire tragedy, looking at the facts. Now, with that, I want to level set. When we go to the scene, and we were here last night, we allow the responders to do their important safety mission, which in this case was search and rescue and recovery. We stand back to allow them to do their important safety mission. And so this for us is our first full day on scene with our entire crew coming together. We have about nearly 50 people on scene, and in addition to our resources back at headquarters in our labs and throughout the agency. So with that said, we are not going to get into specific facts in this press conference. I want to level set here. We're going to get into our investigative process. As we are able to confirm factual information, we will provide that. I do want to say this is a whole of government effort. I was able to brief, along with others, the President of the United States and the Vice President this afternoon. I want to thank them for their leadership, for their tremendous support of the NTSB, for our investigators, and for the responders that are on scene doing an important mission. I also want to thank Secretary Sean Duffy, who I was communicating with early on after we first got word of this tragedy. We've been working together throughout the day, along with his team at the DOT and within FAA. I also want to thank Secretary Pete Hegseth, who was also integral in working with us today. Chris Rocheleau, the acting administrator of the Federal Aviation Administration. We've heard from many members of Congress on both sides of the aisle. And so I will say this is a tremendous, one more time, whole of government effort. I also want to take a moment and thank the many, many responders that have been on scene. It has been an incredible effort, and I will have a full list that I will provide, that we will provide tomorrow, but I do want to thank them for all their work. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Member Inman for additional remarks. But enough about us. Without further ado, let's get started.
Let's see what they're gonna say. But that first video, you can go back to.
Our investigative team will be on scene as long as it takes in order to obtain all of the perishable evidence and all of the fact finding that is needed to bring us to a conclusion of probable cause. Our mission is to understand not just what happened, but why it happened, and to recommend changes to prevent it from happening again. Since we're just beginning our investigation, we don't have a great deal of information to share right now. We will keep you informed by giving regular updates as we learn more. Our intention is to have a preliminary report within 30 days, and the final report will be issued once we've completed all of our fact-finding and investigation. Now, we will not be determining the probable cause of the accident while we are here on scene, nor will we speculate about what may have caused this accident.
Yeah, I gotta tell us the truth.
Today, we will be going and having an organizational meeting and establishing our parties to our investigation. We currently have the following parties that are already identified: PSA Airlines, GE Aerospace, Sikorsky, FAA, NACTA, which represents the air traffic controllers, ALPA, which represents the pilots, Army, AFA, which represents the flight attendants. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada will be an accredited representative under Annex 13 of ICAO. They will be submitted by MHIRG as a technical advisor. They were previously known as Bombardiers. Government agencies and associations that have employed, we offer that because they will provide technical expertise and relevant information supporting the development of the best possible factual record. Once they join this investigation, they are not permitted to release documents or talk publicly about the investigation without the consent of the NTSB. To stress this, it is only the NTSB that will provide information related to this investigation.
Sit down. Come here, Captain.
Regarding the fatalities that occurred, that notification will be handled by the DC medical examiner. We will not be discussing fatalities or names. That will be handled by them as the proper authority. So we want to talk a little bit about our process. We will analyze the facts, determine the probable cause of the accident, and then issue a report of those determinations. I also want to talk a little bit about some additional people that are here with us, and they're very important to us, and that is our family assistance group. Later today, we will be briefing the families. We normally try to do this before a media event, but in this case, they're still arriving. Our family assistance specialists are already working closely with local officials and others to help assist them in their efforts to support everyone that's affected by this accident. And let me just reiterate what the chair said. A loss of life in an aviation accident is very unusual in the United States. And our heartfelt sorrow goes out to everyone that's affected. It affects us, it affects everyone around us. There are a lot of people hurting today. We will help find out what happened. We will do it factually. We will do it accurately. As part of this, we're going to be standing up some specific working groups. Those working groups will be operations. Then we'll be looking at the history of the accident flight, crew members' duties for as many days before the crash as appears relevant. We'll be forming a structures group, which will be the documentation of the airframe wreckage and the accident scene, including calculation of impact angles to help determine plane's pre-impact course and altitude. We'll have a power plants group. They will do the examination of engines and the engine accessories. We'll have a systems group. They will study the components of the plane's hydraulic, electrical, pneumatic, and associated systems, together with the instruments and elements of the flight control system. We'll have an air traffic control group. They will do reconstruction and review of air traffic control systems provided to and including acquisition of pertinent flight track surveillance information, what you might typically think of as radar or ADS-B, along with controller pilot communications. We will also have a survival factors group. They will be doing the documentation of impact, forces and entries, community emergency planning, and all crash and fire rescue efforts. Also, due to the unique nature of this crash, we will be having a helicopter group as well. Lastly, we will have a human performance group, and this will not be its own group. It will actually be a part of the operations, air traffic control, and helicopter groups. They will study the crew performance and all before the accident factors that might be involved in human error, including fatigue, medication, medical histories, training.
Okay, y'all, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come back right here, and I want to take you out here for a moment. Hold on, I'm gonna take you out here for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna come back there. Okay. Whew, wait. All we gotta do is keep the prayer line open, talk to the family, get the condolences. Let's not. I want to show y'all one of the flight attendant spoke out. She was on that plane. She was on there hours before it happened. She just, trying to pick it up. What ain't doing right? Every time I say, okay, yeah. Okay, I want y'all to see this. Be patient. Let's be patient. Okay. Let me see, can I pick this up for y'all? Okay, I want to share this video with y'all. Flight attendant, she's gonna share her.
Grateful or to break down. I don't know whether to quit or go harder or be strong or be braver, braver or be strong or be braver, brave for them.
Hold on, guys.
harder or be strong or be braver.
Okay, I want to share this video with y'all. It's a flight attendant. She shared her. She said she was on that plane hours before the crash, and she don't know whether to keep going. I want her to keep going, but I just can't get back on that plane no more. I'm not about to tell nobody else not to do that. That just an accident just happened. Let's see.
Brave for them. I don't know.
Alexis Burgess is stunned. She is in shock. If a flight attendant called in sick on the American Airlines flight from Wichita to Washington, Alexis would not be in her mother's arms here at Detroit Metro today. Burgess is a flight attendant who worked in that same plane all day Wednesday from Philly to Toronto to D.C. Her shift ended in Wichita, where she greeted the next crew, Ian Epstein and Denasia Elder. That crew lost their lives.
The last thing that I said to him was, have a safe flight. And the last thing he said to me was, have a good overnight.
Some of Burgess's personal items were still on that plane
Wow.
when it collided with the helicopter and went down.
I'm just in complete disbelief. I didn't even see how it looked. I didn't see the video. I didn't see anything. I just saw a small picture of it in the water. And to know that I worked on there and to see it in pieces like that, I left a water bottle in the back of 21C. And I worked the back. I worked the other flight attendant I worked with. She worked first class. I worked the back. So I'm just thinking about the things that I left on that plane, and the plane is in pieces now. As a mom, with a daughter being a flight attendant, you pray every time she boards until she lands. So this is very heart-wrenching. This is very hurtful. If I was on reserve and one of those flight attendants got sick or had to stay, then they would have scheduled me to work the flight back to my base. Yes. That close. Yes, it is. So I feel like I made it by the skin of my teeth and by the grace of God. To be grateful or to break down. I don't know whether to quit or go harder or be strong or be braver. Brave for them. I don't know.
Alexis Burgess is stunned. She is in shock. If a flight attendant called in sick on the American Airlines flight from Wichita to Washington, Alexis would not be in her mother's arms here at Detroit Metro today. Burgess is a flight attendant who worked in that same plane all day Wednesday from Philly to Toronto to D.C. Her shift ended in Wichita, where she greeted the next crew, Ian Epstein and Denasia Elder. That crew lost their lives.
The last thing that I said to him was, have a safe flight. And the last thing he said to me was, have a good overnight.
Some of Burgess's personal items were still on that plane when it collided with the helicopter and went down.
I'm just in complete disbelief. I didn't even see how it looked. I didn't see the video. I didn't see anything. I just saw a small picture of it in the water. And to know that I worked on there and to see it in pieces like that.
Wow.
I left a water bottle in the back of 21C. And I worked the back. I worked the other flight attendant I worked with. She worked first class. I worked the back. So I'm just thinking about the things that I left on that plane, and the plane is in pieces now. As a mom, with a daughter being a flight attendant, you pray every time she boards until she lands. So this is very heart-wrenching. This is very hurtful. If I was on reserve and one of those flight attendants got sick or had to stay, then they would have scheduled me to work the flight back to my base. Yes. That close. Yes, it is. So I feel like I made it by the skin of my teeth and by the grace of God. Be grateful. Or
yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that. I'm gonna get back to the video. She spoke her stuff on that plane, y'all. Her things was on that plane. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell nobody not to fly again. That's my first time flying. I enjoyed the flight, but I couldn't do it again. I ain't told my son, and I couldn't do it again. I think I took a long flight, y'all. That was the problem. Was I took a long flight. It was from my first flight that I taken was from Atlanta to Los Angeles, and we went through Texas. All that walking y'all have to do to get to the next plane. All that walking y'all got to do to get to that next plane, honey, child. Don't tell me I didn't lose no weight, child. I If you look at the beginning, but these people still ain't gonna tell us the truth. What happened? I don't care how much of what we look at, they ain't gonna tell us everything. Because that crash test didn't look right to me. And that is one of our biggest planes. A Hawk pilot. Ooh, Chad.
Workload, equipment design, and work environment. Now we're going to take a few questions, but I will again stress.
And they always hiding stuff.
We'll try to release it as we can.
They don't want you to ask no questions.
Facts of the case that we know right now. I'm going to ask. We'll call on a few people. I'm going to ask that you state your name and affiliation.
They don't like for you to ask no question, do they? They don't want you to ask no stuff from the community. What happened?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't hear the remarks. I was briefing House and Senate members, but I believe Chair, would you like to take it?
He said he didn't hear the question.
We look at the human, the machine, and the environment. So we will look at all
They don't
the
care.
humans that were involved in this accident. Again, we will look at the aircraft, we will look at the helicopter, we will look at the environment in which they were operating in. That is standard in any part of our investigation. I'll turn it back over.
Has the flight data recorder been recovered yet? And what is the difficulty in a water disaster like this, which presents a very difficult environment for your investigators and the people out on the water right now?
Well, the question was on the flight data recorders. And we have not recovered the flight data recorders yet. We know they're there. They are underwater. This is not unusual for the NTSB. We have many times recovered flight data recorders in water. We have our lab right here that is about a mile from the NTSB, so it's not unusual. And once we get those, we'll be able to get those read and information from them to be able to provide further information to you.
Chair.
I'm going to turn it back over to member.
Skylar Henry with CBS News. Earlier today, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said a mistake was made last night. Based off of you all's initial investigations and preliminary findings, have you all been able to tell whether this was human error or mechanical failure?
The question was, is there been human error or mechanical failure? We don't know what we know just yet. We do not know enough facts to be able to rule in or out human factor, mechanical factor.
But why y'all on the air? Why y'all on the news if y'all can't give us no update? What? Okay, why y'all on the news? We want an update. What happened? We really do. What happened on that American airplane flight, and what happened on that Hawk, that Black Hawk helicopter, Army helicopter at that.
As part of the NTSB investigative process, where all of these groups will come together. It's one of the reasons why the NTSB is known as the gold standard. We will take the time that's necessary.
So what we'll do, y'all, since they ain't got no answers, I'm gonna show y'all somebody who has some answers. So I'm gonna find y'all. We're gonna get some information. Hey, Pookie! Let me put my link down here in case you want to get up here. I ain't know the thing this bad. When you brought it to my attention, I didn't know it was this bad. Oh my God. I'm gonna drop my link. They wait all day. That's right. And they were skaters, coaches. I'm gonna drop this link. Anybody want to come up with anything? We're gonna have a couple of people from you're gonna see in and out from DC where it happened at. I'm gonna drop my link in case y'all want to get up here. Now, since they didn't have that much, they tell us I also got an update as well. But I dropped the link in case anybody you want to come up here and talk. Uh, y'all, this is serious. You had skaters on there. You have families on there. You had everybody on those aircraft, human people. And the way I saw, if you go back and look at this video, if you go back and look at, hold on, y'all, let me show y'all this. Put a video up right quick. If y'all go back and look at the video, you ought to see the plane going towards the look like the plane looking ready to land. I don't know, was it landing? Was it taking off? Oh my God. Let me hold on, y'all. Let me put this in. There go my sister. Okay. There she go. Okay, let me pull her up, y'all. She from DC, right there where it happened. Okay, let me see. There you go, boo. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Unmute your mic. Oh, gosh. Hold on for a
Good
minute.
morning.
Okay, here we go. Wait, boo. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You can talk now. I don't understand why this thing not letting be removed. Now, wait, hold on. Now we're gonna do this thing right. Add to the stage. Here she go, right here. And it keep disappearing. Come on, StreamYard. I'm paying too much money for this stuff to be acting like this. Okay. It keep blinking you out. Go out and okay, here you go. Hold on for a minute. Yes, because they check choose to mute. Oh, they said unmute your mic. They said that you are muting your mic. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
I'm here.
Okay. What you got to say about this?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Hold on for a second. Now, what you were saying, you said they waited all day to say that it was a lot of kids. I ain't hear nothing about that.
Now,
Russian
what you were
people
saying,
don't
you said
wait.
they waited all day to say that it was a lot of people. About that. Now, what you were saying, you said they waited all day to say that it was a lot of people. About that. Now, what you were saying, you said they waited all day to say that it was a lot of
Hey, Liz, this what you got to do. Turn your background down. Turn your background down. There you go.
Oh, I can't hear what you're talking about.
You said that they did what? You said they did what? True. True. Go back out and come back in. Go back out. Come back in. Remove yourself and come back out and come back in. Okay. Okay, that's what I want to show y'all. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, it's true. This is real life situation. Regardless, it's we got to be serious. What's going on, y'all? People ain't taking life serious to me, but it's up to y'all. But I'm trying to look. I'm gonna give y'all an update since those people didn't have no good update on for us. I'm gonna give you an update. Uh, yeah, man. Okay. I mean, we had ice skaters on there. Let me see. Update. Let's see. Can I get y'all an update? Airplane. Let's go here.
morning of it just making, just sort of circling around that body of water, hoping to find potential debris or even more victims. But this has so far just been the sight and the sounds pretty much around Reagan National this morning.
Okay, God, hold on for it. Let's straighten it out. What's up, Liz? How you doing, girl? Let's see. Let's straighten it out. What's up, Liz? How you doing, girl? Let's see. Let's straighten it out. What's up, Liz? How you doing, girl? Let's see. Let's straighten it out. What's up, Liz? How you doing, girl? Let's see. Let's straighten it out. What I say. So turn down, whatever you got on there. Okay, you gonna regardless, it's gonna be shared regardless. Yeah, just turn it down. Let me put it right here for y'all. Now, since they didn't want to give us no update, that kind of like makes me. But I'm gonna pull this up. This I mean, I saw it on Instagram. I didn't know you was talking about a craft like this. Jesus.
Okay.
Discovered has in fact floated south toward the Woodrow Wilson Bridge near the National Harbor. So we've seen from the acting county executive there, Tara Jackson, that the piers and the plaza near the National Harbor has been closed so that the recovery mission can continue to get underway. But as you can imagine, guys, just hearts are extremely heavy this morning. So many people are just really finding it difficult to process this news that over 60 people just trying to land so close to landing right here at Reagan National Airport encountered tragedy in the overnight hours. And
did y'all see where the did y'all see what the video I just showed? The young lady, oh, there they go in Washington, right there. You know where that area is? Truth be told, you know where that area, since you're from DC, you know where that area is right there where they standing at? You know where that area, since you're from DC, you know where I'm mute your mic. Right there, they standing at. You see that area where he's standing at? You know where that is? Yeah. I'm mute your mic. Turn your mic down, baby. You gonna get it. He's standing at. Turn your mic down. Turn your mic down, baby. You gonna get it.
Okay, let's.
You all come out pretty much every day to take in the sights and the sounds along the river, but this morning it feels a little different knowing what happened last night. Just tell me what it's like to sort of process this information in a place that you all, that's very special to you.
First off, I want to send my condolences to the families of this tragic. It's bad. You know, we come out here every day for the past 2 years. You know, I want to take it back in the 80s when the first plane crashed here in DC. You know, we never witnessed nothing like this in 38 years of me living, and I want to let you guys know this is super heartbreaking. So once again, you know, we want to send our condolences out to the family, the friend, immediate family.
See, that's why I want to talk. Can you talk about this, Shrew, since you're from Washington, D.C.? Can you tell them, since you're from there? Can you talk about this, Shrew, since you're from Washington? You got to turn it, turn the thing down, baby. Please. Turn it all the way down. Don't mute your mic. Please. Turn it down. True. Can you talk about this?
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Now, yeah, but make sure you turn everything down. Go ahead on. Tell you from there in the area where it happened. Huh? Okay, go out. Take yourself out, baby, and come back in. Go all the way out. Just come down. Come down. Come down, baby. Come down. Come off.
What?
Come off. You got to come off and come back on. Kick yourself out the studio. Oh, okay, Liz. But I'm trying to get her to talk, Liz. We want to hear what you got to say. We want to hear what you got to say. I don't know what's going on with you this morning. Okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kick her off for me. Yeah, I had that. I tried to get her to talk. I tried to get her to talk. Since she from DC, I'm not from DC. I just want to know how the people feel. I hear her too. I hope she come back. But anyway, until she come back, y'all, she from DC. And what I was trying to get, since she walk in the area, that lady be down there close to that White House, and she be there, and I want to hear what she has to say. I want y'all to talk. Don't be afraid to share your experience and what's going on in your state. Because I'm not there, I can't. So I'm gonna, until she come back, I'm gonna put this video up here, okay? Just like this guy talking. I want y'all to share y'all experience.
So hard to process. We've been asking people, a lot of people are booking summer travel, and we know spring break is around the corner, and so these airports are going to be busy over the next few months. And so I'm asking you, does this affect how you feel when it comes to travel at all, knowing that this happens?
Here she go. I heard her, but I don't see her now.
Actually come
Oh
down.
yeah, I hear it. Hold on.
Coming out, like I said, for the past.
There you go.
Been processing watching the planes take off and coming and take because
Hold
that's
on,
one of
y'all.
my fears. I'm afraid of heights.
Okay.
And being in the air is unbelievable. But seeing something strong.
That's what I'm saying. This is close. How are you processing this? Miss True Be Told has a channel over there. We need you back to the stage.
Can you hear me?
Tell us, how are you processing this in your state? Now we can. Now we can. Not only me, is we hear you. We just need you to talk. We hear you,
Can
baby.
y'all hear me? Okay, I'm here.
We hear you. Want you to share your how are you processing this?
It's devastating. To look at that.
Stop taking yourself out and start taking yourself out and talk, sweetie. Thousands of people listening to you.
It's devastating. To look at what had happened to me, it looked like it was a bomb. That's what it looks like. It looks like that helicopter was chasing that airplane down to get connected to that plane. That's what it looked like to me.
That's what it looked like when I saw it on Instagram. But let me ask you something. You know that area? You know where the river at, Potomac River?
Like 5 minutes away from me.
What? So let me ask you something. Girl, oh my goodness. So you right there, y'all. So did y'all hear it? Did y'all hear the boom? Did y'all hear what? Did y'all y'all didn't know?
No, where I'm at, I heard a lot of fire trucks. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. It's always a fire truck, a policeman riding down, making all this noise. And I did not know that it was actually that's what it was. And and when you get on the internet, you see that it was a plane crash. At first they tried to say a helicopter. It's like the stories was mixed. They didn't want to say what it was. But what I did not like after they did all their investigations, they had all the camera people, media, they had the DC mayor there, which I didn't understand why she was there, because this actually happened on the Virginia side, actually. But they do have like the DC helicopters and all that type of stuff, etc. But what I did not like is they waited all day to say that those was kids on that plane. All day.
But they didn't say. Oh, see, that's why I'm glad you're on here, because our news are saying something different. It didn't say it was kids. It said that the people who was on the planes,
They
how
kept saying
professional they
people.
were.
They kept saying people, people, people. They got a
So did.
itinerary when you get on a plane. And so that itinerary can identify who was on that plane, and they just kept saying people, people, people. It just looked suspect. Donald
Well, let
Trump
me ask you
mentioned it.
something. Was that plane landing or was it taking
Yes,
off?
the plane was landed. Plane was What happened is where the plane was at, the plane
Uh-huh.
was coming over the river. So once it comes over the water, it goes down, it drops, and
Uh-huh.
therefore it hits where as though it goes into the airport. Like 15 minutes.
Well, let me ask you something, because that was the first time I ever flown on the plane from Atlanta to Los Angeles. And girl, I was praying the whole time I was up there, but it was such a good. And until I went through the clouds, I ain't know what the world to think, Jesus Christ. But let me tell you, so the plane was landing, but let me ask you something. Do helicopters supposed, because my son mentioned last night, like, why is the helicopter flying at night anyway? So they can't fly at night?
Not they fly if it's, I guess, the emergency or so, but majority of the helicopters they fly in the daytime.
Okay.
Yeah, they fly mostly in the daytime. That type of a helicopter, anyway. That's more of a big helicopter. That's a machine helicopter. That's not a
Wow.
helicopter that you and I would get on. That's a big helicopter.
Wow. This is scary because I know I put it at the beginning of my video. What you said, Liz said I was listening to the scanner. It was so scattered communication between the airport. That's what I'm saying. To the
Mhm,
okay. She talking about the communication between the helicopter and the airplane. It seemed
mhm,
like it was something told her, "Hey man, speed up because I see something coming towards you." It looked
mhm,
like to me they speed up at the same time, didn't it?
mhm,
To me, it looked like they got the same information, but
mhm.
from different resources. Because
But
when
you
I
hear
looked
the
at it, I was like,
you hear,
then see, I want to really talk to
mhm,
my son's grandfather. He retired from the Hartsville Airport, and he used to be up in the what you call it up there at the top with the plane, looking at that satellite with the planes coming in. He'd be up there the towers. And I want to ask him some questions about that situation right there. I wish he can get on this live, but I know they probably drinking coffee up there. That's I mean, gosh, gosh. I seen the plane and I said, look like the plane trying to. And when I was on the plane, it get low, but how did they contact each other? I don't get it.
well, it looks
How
like
did
they contacted. They look like they contacted where as though that helicopter was had a agenda to do what had to be done, and he did it. That's what it looks like.
Oh
Those was military
man,
people. They knew what they were doing.
they are
But I'm
military
going
now.
up there tomorrow. I'm going up to the skating place tomorrow and drop off some flowers. Mhm.
This is so sad. I know they said in the I know they said that it was skaters. Let me see what they said. Skaters. I said it at the beginning of the content. It was
Mhm.
families on there,
Mhm.
professional coaches, and oh my god.
You know those people was trying to get here like last week. They were stuck in Kansas. They was trying to get here. They couldn't get here, and they happened to got on that plane. Some of the kids was able to get on a plane yesterday. I mean, the day before that.
And then you keep mentioning kids. That's not the only thing they spoke on.
No, I'm saying kids because they skaters. They
Okay.
from Russia. They from Russia. These
But
is
she
some
said, show what? That was she just said a whole lot of kids. They don't even
yeah.
say that. That's what I don't like when they hide stuff from us. I don't like that.
Hmm.
I don't like it.
Hmm. Yeah. It's sad. I mean, it's but I'm gonna tell you something. I
Mhm.
don't like the mixing out president. He doing what he got to do. He spoke some good words because he knew. He said it. Incompetent people.
That's what he said.
Yes, He said it.
Incompetent people.
Whoever it was involved, whoever was the higher up in transportation, he got rid of them right then and there and hired a whole nother staff.
And he should have did it.
Yep, he did.
I read that before I got on. He said he said competent people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Trump know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see what he said right here. I don't like stuff. I don't like to see people. I don't like for stuff to happen to people. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sensitive of when it come down to people, children, women, and young guys, boys, and stuff. I just don't like it. And I just be crying like a baby. You'll think that they some kin to me. But I'm just, it just, gosh. And people, you know, I just feel so sorry for the families. I do. Well, let me put it on here. Let me see what he got to say. Yeah, we got to do better than this, Jesus. Oh, we got to do better than this. We got to save the people in our country. What is it going to take for us to pull together and just imagine if I was on that plane, you was on that plane, somebody we know. Let me see. Let me see what he's saying.
Knew what was happening. There was some warnings, but the
Hold up.
those warnings were given very late. It was almost as they were given a few seconds later, there was the crash. It should have been brought up earlier.
Yeah, they don't like how. Look, y'all. Let me start that over. Trump said Trump kept it real. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop this. I gotta see what my boy that boy said that he like me. I don't know how to talk, not unreal. Let me see. Let me put it back on Trump from the beginning. I can't. I'm like Trump. I just have to put it out there like it is for real. I can't fake it. I'm sorry. No survivors.
None.
None. Not one. Not two. Hold on. Let me see what Trump. I don't know why I won't start it from the beginning. What Trump said. Then I want to see what Trump got to say. Let me see. Hold on, y'all.
But visually, somebody should have been able to see and taken that helicopter at a plane, and they should have been at a different height.
That's what I said. What Trump said.
There were a couple of others. We're going to be announcing it in about an hour. We have some very.
Y'all listen to what Trump said. Hold on. They don't want me to get this information out. Hold up. I want to start this thing though, because I want to hear what he said. Like he said, they could have.
Not about this.
Hold on. Those contact on the side on the. Why I won't start over? They sure don't want you to hear what Trump said. Hello, y'all. Let me find this here. Like Trump said, this shouldn't even happen. This him it's different people talking. It's radar, you know, whatever. I can't speak that though and stuff like. Let me see. Trump know what he talking about. I'm sorry, y'all. Well, they won't let me start it over because they like you and I said, it's the content. You should be able to turn. It's kind of too late sometimes to turn around. It's too late. When those planes they on the radar, they talking to somebody up there in their satellite, and they telling them what to do. They won't let me start this video over, y'all. They will not let me start this video over. Hey, man, the fast. You see people in the chat, baby, speak to them for me. But don't go nowhere, just speak to them. Here we go. Let's go right here. Donald Trump, they ain't even want me to play you just a few minutes ago. I had a rough time. Let's go to the conference, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Goodness gracious. It's always something. And I just said the other day, I want to get back on the plane. Don't stop not being on the plane. My cousin's a stewardess, and she ain't going to stop being on the plane. Here we go.
And their families, please. Thank you very much. I speak to you this morning in an hour of anguish for our nation. Just before 9 p.m. last night, an American Airlines regional jet carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter carrying 3 military service members over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C., while on final approach to Reagan National Airport. Both aircraft crashed instantly and were immediately submerged into the icy waters of the Potomac. Real tragedy. The massive search and rescue mission was underway throughout the night, leveraging every asset at our disposal, and I have to say the local, state, federal, military, including the United States Coast Guard in particular, they've done a phenomenal job. So quick, so fast, it was mobilized immediately. The work is now shifted to a recovery mission. Sadly, there are no survivors. This was a dark and excruciating night in our nation's capital and in our nation's history, and a tragedy of terrible proportions. As one nation, we grieve for every precious soul that has been taken from us so suddenly, and we are a country of really, we are in mourning. This is really shaking a lot of people, people very sadly from other nations who are on the flight. For the family members back in Wichita, Kansas, here in Washington, D.C., and throughout the United States and in Russia, we have a Russia contingent, some very talented people, unfortunately.
Now, see, you, True. This is what you're talking about. I didn't know it were kids. Them many kids, they make it was 2 that they showed us. They ain't even telling us that there were Russian kids on there. Man, this is so sad. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try not to go. Jesus.
Really, we're on that plane. Very, very, very sorry about that. Whose loved ones were aboard the passenger jet. We can only begin to imagine the agony that you're all feeling. Nothing worse. On behalf of the First Lady, myself, and 340 million Americans, our hearts are shattered alongside yours, and our prayers are with you now. And in the days to come, we'll be working very, very diligently. In the days to come, we're here for you to wipe away the tears and to offer you our devotion, our love, and our support. It's great support. In moments like this, the differences between Americans fade to nothing compared to the bonds of affection and loyalty that unite us all, both as Americans and even as nations. We are one family, and today we are all heartbroken. We're all searching for answers. That icy, icy Potomac, it was a cold, cold night, cold water. We're all overcome with the grief for many who have so tragically perished, will no longer be with us. Together we take solace in the knowledge that their journey ended not in the cold waters of the Potomac, but in the warm embrace of a loving God. We do not know what led to this crash.
crash, but we have some very strong opinions and ideas, and I think we'll probably state those opinions now. Because over the years I've watched as things like this happen, and they say, well, we're always investigating, and then the investigation 3 years later they announce it. We think we have some pretty good ideas, but we'll find out how this disaster occurred, and we'll ensure
it shouldn't take no 8 years or no 4 years or no 3 years to find out what happened. So these folks need to get on their job right now, because you got a lot of people out here that lost loved ones in that crash. Even the aircraft against the Army people, you don't know. They might not even know nothing. Somebody knew something. I'm not gonna even blame the pilots. Either plane. They are told and do what they are signaled to do, people. This is the scariest thing I ever seen. When I looked at that video, and y'all can go back and look at the beginning of this video, how those aircraft were coming towards each other. And why? Like it go back to say what Truth Be Told said about Russian kids on that plane. And you got coaches. They didn't make me see that it was children on that plane. I saw two girls, 2 skaters. They said skaters, coaches. They really didn't really pinpoint it that. Let me breathe. Ooh, Lord. Now, what did you say about your nonprofit baby group?
I'm going up there tomorrow and drop off some flowers and
make sure you record that and come share it.
I will.
Because I'm not there, and my brother moved from Washington, D.C. And he just came up here to Georgia about like a year now. But they stay in the country, but please record every moment, every minute what y'all do, because it shows that water, show us where. Oh my God. Let me calm down.
Like this ever happens again, the FAA and the NTSB and the U.S. military will be carrying out a systematic and comprehensive investigation. Our new Secretary of Transportation.
Thank you so much, True. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you. Matter of fact, thank y'all people for watching.
It's a rough one. We'll be working tirelessly. He's a great gentleman. The whole group these are great people, and they are working tirelessly to figure out exactly what happened. We will state certain opinions, however. I'm also immediately appointing an acting commissioner to the FAA, Christopher Rocheleau, a 22-year veteran of the agency, highly respected. Christopher, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We must have only the highest standards for those who work in our aviation system. I changed the Obama standards from very mediocre at best to extraordinary. You remember that. Only the highest aptitude, have to be highest intellect and psychologically superior people were allowed to qualify for air traffic controllers. That was not so prior to getting there. When I arrived in 2016, I made that change very early on because I always felt this was a job that, and other jobs too, but this was a job that had to be superior intelligence, and we didn't really have that, and we had it. And
well, y'all, this too as well. I want to cut in on Trump. Superior people, transgender people, and they are superior in their own way. And y'all, what we people of the United States has to stop being judgmental of one another. Now, this could be anybody flying that plane that can be hurt or whatever. You have to be careful how you talk to people. I mean, we don't know what was going on. We don't know what mentally was saying. Let's stop judging. People of the United States are so judgmental. I don't know where that come from, because y'all used to didn't be this bad. Y'all used to didn't be this bad.
Yeah.
We need to stop saying just because I'm not transgender, I'm a full woman. But what I'm saying is if I was transgender, doesn't mean I don't know how to fly a plane. But you just criticized me and said what I can't do and what I can. People are in their feeling these days are not the people back in the days, y'all. They're in their feelings. And you have to be careful how you approach this community now because they can't take it like us being judgmental about people. They can't. You say something about us, we're like going about our business. These people, they be ready to pull out a gun or go do something or hurt themselves or whatever. The United States has to come out of that being judgmental. People being in the army as a certain unit of people that you're trying to get rid of. They could have mentally decided to get rid of themselves because they're not happy with themselves. So we, as the president and everybody, we've got to stop. These are peoples. People are people. It don't matter what they are, as long as they can do the job, long as they know the job, and y'all train them and teach them and knowledge. But we got to stop being United States has become the most judgmental country that I in sensitive, and I'm sick of y'all so sensitive. You can't say nothing about somebody be like, thinking they on a video. These people, I mean, come on, y'all. We got to change it. We the people, y'all don't know, y'all got a lot of say so. Nobody should be saying, see, I'm not saying when I'm saying Trump. You got to be careful what you're saying mentally. People are already going through stuff to become transgender. So when you mention that you're going to take them out the army, I'm going to take myself out the army. You don't know mentally what are you doing to the people. Let's stop being judgmental of each other. And we need these people because they still who they are behind the scenes of who they are, once who they are. You know that, but still they can do the job. That man just said the other day that got on social media. I just showed y'all the other day. He said, I still fly a plane. I've been flying plane for 20 something years. He's a transgender. What him putting on a dress got to do with flying a plane? So we have to be careful what we say to the people in the United States now, y'all. We got to be careful. Let these people be who they are as long as they are serving the country like they supposed to do. Because you don't know what's on their mind. It could be me on that plane if I was a transgender. You don't say that. I might well going to take myself out. I'm already mentally going through something. And you say what you say, now you don't care about me. So that plays a role in a lot of things, y'all. Y'all don't look at it. A lot of people don't look at it that way, but you got to look at it that way. That means it could have been a what? I can't say the word, but it started with an S. It could have been that. We don't know. So as people, we got to stop being judgmental. Men's calling women men's. Oh, look at that man. There, look at that man. You know darn well that ain't no man. That's a woman. You ain't never seen a beautiful woman before. You so afraid because it's a beautiful woman. But you used to me as being beautiful. That's you. That's how you live. We are the most judgmental country and we gotta stop it. So Trump, I'm saying this to you. Please be careful what you're saying to these people who are experiencing who life has changed to be transgender, gay, lesbian, and stuff. Stop telling them that you're going to get rid of them because they're going to do something up in the air or down on the air that feel that they're not loved no more. They already feel like they're not loved. But then for us to come in and say that, I'm going to take you out of the army. I'm about to send you back to the point. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that to y'all. This is serious. They are serious. We got to stop doing this. It's going to start with the president of the United States. Stop telling these transgender they got to come from the army. They got to leave their families for just because you don't want transgenders in there. I'm not. I'm me. I don't like the targeted people. I'm just saying, let's stop this, y'all. Let's stop it. What do transgender got to do with me flying a plane? Because when I put on them pants, I'm gonna put on my pants the way you put on your pants. Even though I'm gonna put my heels on. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
And Biden took over. He changed them back to lower than ever before. I put safety first. Obama, Biden, and the Democrats put policy first. And they put politics at a level that nobody's ever seen, because this was the lowest level. Their policy was horrible, and their politics was even worse. So as you know, last week, long before the crash, I signed an executive order restoring our highest standards for air traffic controllers and other important jobs throughout the country. So it was very interesting. About a week ago, almost upon entering office, I signed something last week that was an executive order, very powerful, on restoring the highest standards of air traffic controllers and others, by the way. Then my administration will set the highest possible bar for aviation safety. We have to have our smartest people. It doesn't matter what they look like, how they speak, who they are. It matters intellect, talent.
But listen to what you just said, Trump. Listen to what you are saying about the people who's on the plane. What about the person who behind who flying these people? Listen to what you're saying. People don't listen to what they saying, y'all. They don't listen to what they saying. You can affect a person who you said that was transgender. That could have been a man who fly a plane who's transgender. It's not a man no more. And he's hurt. You don't know who that was flying. It's wrong, true, so whatnot. I'm making a point. I'm trying to make them understand. What you got to say about it?
It's sad all around. I'm just glad I'm woke and I can see what's going on with,
But I'm saying, what do you?
it's sad. It's sad. It's no words. It's
Because
sad.
you don't never know who was flying the plane and upset.
Yeah, I mean, I believe what Trump. I mean, he said this too when he did his first speech from the beginning of the inauguration. He said it was two sex, a female and a male, and I want to say, and I don't know if it's fair to say, but I guess he's trying to say, the Obama, he keep mentioning Obama and the Biden, they are the ones who put this in place for these people to come out, the closet or whatever they doing. And it was okay. It's okay. It's their business. At the end of the day, they are human, and Trump, I guess he knows what's going on and he sees and he's bringing it out. He's saying it. He just sometimes don't know how to say the things that offends people, But he mentioned it.
But
He says it.
I don't think that. I think that I understand this thing of me, but I guess it's different people. In this world, you got different people. You got people like me. You got people like me, and I don't like judging people because mentally it would take people in another status, in another situation, as they are people with on something on their mind, something on your mind to make you come from like you a man and then put on a dress. Something on your mind when you come from being you don't want to be a woman no more, you want to be a man. It's something mentally going on there. Not saying that they got issues, but we not only Trump, it's the United States. It's the people in the United States. It don't hit the school. It hits home. Love. We got the love regardless. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. They can't erase it. They can't erase it. I remember when I hate to hear. It touches me when I'm listening to a preacher and he talking about transgender people, and people. Okay, I know how it's supposed to be. We know how it's supposed to be, but it's up to us to educate. If it that way is that way, y'all don't know mentally what these people are going through or what This is strong. Hey, there, Joker. This is very strong. Thank you, Joker. It's mentally. It's mental. It's mental. All Democratic and Republican. We can't. Half of the army, half of the people are transgender flying your plane. Long as they can do the job, that's good.
Yeah, that's true.
They can fly that plane, they can do that ship, and they can repair, and they smart people. Let them do it. Let's stop being just like I said. Not only Trump cannot put it out there. Trump putting it out there way he want to, just as well as Obama put it out there way he want to. Biden kind of bit off of it, but we got to get it together. We got to ask. People don't even know that they run the United States. Y'all people run the United States. These people in office don't run the United States. Y'all run it. If you don't like looking at two men being together, turn your head. Tell your kids, talk to your kid, but turn your head, move away from it. I mean, if you don't. I mean, that's just something that it's gonna be. And like you said, Obama accepted like me. I accept transgender. I accept gay people, lesbian. I accept people because they are people to me. I don't see them as, if we can get somebody in office that see people as people and not divided like that. Even if they divide, don't do that. Let's look at it as a whole. Because you're going to need them people out there shooting the machine gun. Don't you get rid of them people out of the army, because you know what? If you delete that army, you're going to delete half of the army. It's like that. Leave them people where they are. Don't do that, because you got the people on the down low on the outside of the army. Y'all people got to stop being just. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get up out of this guy. I'm serious about what I said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious about what I said. We got to stop being we used to be the peacemaker, but we are the most judgmental country. I don't understand what a man with a dress on got to do with flying a plane. Whoever hit that plane like that man was trying to take his life. I was trying not to go that way.
There you go.
That man was trying to, that woman was trying to, what that person was trying to take their life, and they were sending a message to the president.
There you go.
They sent a message to the president, people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of faking with y'all. That person who was flying that flight was sending a message.
Yeah.
That y'all don't appreciate me. I'm sick of going through this with my family. I went through this. Hey, I'm about to take some folks now with me.
Yeah.
And that's what it calls the S word.
Yeah.
That's what the S word is all about. So we, as the people of the United States, have to stop being judgmental. Anything can happen to you to make you turn to be the way you are. Maybe they ain't working right no more. Maybe they ain't that no more. You don't know, but this ain't for you to judge a person. That person who was flying that helicopter knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He ran into an aircraft and he sending a message to our president. You said you were going to get rid of me, so I get rid of myself. And he took families with him.
There you go.
Of course, but judgmental is selfish.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to play this on. Didn't want to say that.
They can't have regular people doing that job. They won't be able to do it. But we'll restore faith in American air travel. I'll have more to say about that. I do want to point out that various articles that appeared prior to my entering office, and here's one. FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing. And then it says FAA says people with severe disabilities are most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in, and they want them. They can be air traffic controllers. I don't think so. This was in January 14th, so that was a week before I entered office. They put a big push to put diversity into the FAA's program. And then another article, the Federal Aviation Administration. This was before I got to office.
Trump, diversity, you got, I mean, diversity is going to be there, Trump. And I be trying to tell people that we're not going to talk alike. We're not going to pronounce our words alike. We're not going to say our words alike. You can ask my mom, I'm gone now, but you can ask my sister. I ain't never changed. I don't see my words the way people see their word. So why you mad at me? Why you talking about me? I can't talk and I don't see that word the way you see it. And maybe you wrong from the way you saying. Y'all want people to speak the way they want, the way you want people to speak. That is control. I'm not gonna have to talk like you talking. I'm so tired of people. So tired of speaking. What is correct English? What is it? Y'all don't understand it when people speak it. A teacher have to come out of their mold of speaking correct language. Because that ain't the language that y'all understand. Bus drivers have to say, sit your A down. Because y'all not used to nobody saying, sit down. Be quiet. No, don't do that. Sir, we are, oh my goodness.
Second term. The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out on the agency's website. Can you imagine? These are people that are, actually their lives are shortened because of the stress that they have.
Listen to what you're saying, Trump. Listen to Trump. Hear what he's saying. Trump hears what he's saying. But what he did, instead of speaking of transgender people, he's homosexual. He spoke of disability. I don't have nothing against. I'm saying though, if you listen to the way people, it hurt him. I'm gonna tell you something. Trump know he got a heart, but he can't show y'all his heart. If he show y'all his heart, it's his weakness. This man don't change from the man that he used to be, because he's not that man that he used to be. He's a different man now, but he's stubborn. And he used disability in this conversation right here instead of using the S homosexual. He don't want to use that. He really don't want to talk about disability. He know what happened in that airplane. I bet if you check the flighter, the pilot record, that pilot probably was transgender. Or someone that you wasn't strong enough to take the power that he's given to them and decide to take it away from his family, because they already know. My family already feel like that about me. Y'all wake up, United States. Come on, y'all. We used to be the peace, land of the free, and the land of the free and the home of the, it ain't the home of the Braves no more. It's not none of that yet. It's not that. We got to get it right, y'all. Listen what Trump is saying. Trump don't want to intake. A lot of people don't like those people. They sick and tired of y'all people They seeing y'all people. Y'all don't took over the world or doing stuff in public in front of our kids. I seen two ladies had to make it important to them to kiss in front of the store. Why y'all didn't do that on aisle 7? Why y'all had to do that right there in front of me? I don't care what you are, and I don't care what you stand for. What was the purpose for you to hug and kiss in front of me, in front right there? That's your business. They stood there, y'all, at least 20 minutes. That's what they choose to be and what they choose to be. But why did they stand there 20 minutes to do what they do so I can see them? I don't care nothing about y'all. Do your thing. Go to aisle 6. Go to aisle 4. Go do what you got to do and go around. Why you stood right there to do that? I turned my head. When I turned my head, they came the other way. I don't want to see that. That's you. You are you. And I'm me. Jesus. People, one thing about, and I'm gonna let President talk because I can go along with it. Being who you want to be is who you choose to be. I don't care. I still love you where you are. Move on. I don't need to see it. I ain't got nothing against it, but I'm gonna respect the situation. It seems like that respect is not there. The respect, we got the respect. We have lost respect. The word respect. Respect yourself. Dee, 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 dee. I'm serious, y'all. You want people to respect who you are. Y'all said I told you. Y'all, Trump already told y'all what y'all were gonna do, what he was gonna do, and do. Let me go. I could talk all day on this subject. He using disability, y'all, instead of homosexual, transgender. He using disability.
Brilliant people have to be in those positions, and their lives are actually shortened, very substantially shortened because of the stress. When you have many, many planes coming into one target, and you need a very special talent and a very special genius to be able to do it. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified with special emphasis in recruitment and hiring. The FAA's website states they include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and
you know what it sounds like Trump trying to tell us that was somebody with a disability flying that plane.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but the way he's speaking,
he don't want to say what. Yeah, he don't want to say what you said and how you said it, but so he giving it that way. There you go.
Thank you. That's what he doing, y'all. Y'all, people. The reason why I play stuff over and over because it's something that you miss or didn't understand. He talking and he talking and telling y'all stuff. I can understand him because I'm a understandable person. I understand what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But do I agree with what you're saying? This man can make sense at some things that he say. He don't want to show y'all right now. Trump is hiding the weakness of his words, y'all. But just because you're not this Democratic and you're not Republican, what about me? I'm in the middle. I just don't see the stuff. Why y'all fussing? Why y'all feuding? Ain't it supposed to be about the country? Let's bring peace. When you listen to the word in the national anthem, come on now. You be like, what? What did they say? The home of the free. What? Y'all ain't free. Y'all ain't never been free. You always remember my grandmama them used to say all them old people I used to when I was young, I talked to old people. Older people tell me a whole lot. I sit there, I never disrespect an older person. I sit there and I ask questions. Why you say that, mama? Why you say that, papa? Either a stranger, even if a stranger older, I talk to them. Why are you here? What you doing is it interests me. Why are you homeless? Can you shut your mouth and sit down? But it's mental illness is there. Nobody speak of mental illness. Nobody speak of mental health. They take the health care out. So it would it affect the mental health. The illnesses, they want y'all to stay like that. They got something for y'all, put y'all in place. They ain't peel y'all up. Y'all ain't taking your medicine because it don't make you feel right. So when you stand in front of a whole lot of people and you speak on politics, you got to put a whole lot into that politic, that political awareness. You got to put a lot goes in that place. It's no way you could be the president of the United States and sleep like Naziah Harris went missing. And you mean to tell me that didn't nobody know that girl was missing at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock? Didn't say she was missing. But they want to call Naziah Harris missing on the 10th. But she was missing on the 9th. Get up out your butt, get in your car, catch Uber if you don't have a ride, and go see where this child was. Nobody had a fact to go up to that shop to see where that child was. Only thing they trying to say, ain't mean to mind them all. Hey, they didn't move. Didn't nobody move. Dolph case. Nobody talk about Dolph case. Why? Why? Alexis Ware missing. How you feel about Alexis Ware? It doesn't matter. Mental health is serious. Mental health is serious. When you arguing and fight with your boyfriend, did he dismiss you or she dismiss you and you disappear and they don't know what to hear? Or your son now walked in this area right here and somebody tried to dismiss them. It wasn't for the time for them to go. What is mental health, y'all? We right now in the United States, we are dealing with something that people want to be blindsided. Mental health and mental illness. They think that because you say I got a mental health problem. I take stuff for blood pressure. A mental health problem can come from anything. It can come from a feet hurting at the job. Why my feet hurt? What you gave me to put? Okay, mental health can come physical, mental, and emotional health, y'all. When you say mental health, mental illness is something that is planted on this earth to control y'all minds. That's why it don't feel good to you. But it help you. It's supposed to help you. Let me get off there because I can talk all day about this. You said, so now they saying the plane, the fryer said, the helicopter. No, you can't see manifest. You got to be serious. When you speak on this case right here, what happened to the airplane, stop putting in, people can't tell you what they saying. You can find out, you grown, you got children, you know what's going on. Listen to the president telling you in words what's going on. Y'all ain't serious. I just don't understand why y'all people ain't serious. I just don't understand why y'all not serious about this. What's going on in the United States and the world today is serious, y'all. Y'all not taking it serious. And I laugh, I'm not laughing at laugh, because you got to know me. That they don't no good laugh. So really I can be a pimp. I ain't laughing, I'm serious. Y'all ain't serious. That's a mental health issue. Why aren't y'all serious what just happened? That person who hit that plane is telling y'all something. And he didn't care. Y'all didn't care nothing about his life. Y'all, I don't care. I'm gonna put out what I wouldn't care. It don't nobody never look at me. Listen to me. But I'm gonna put it out there. That man, that lady, or whoever driving that plane, with the pilot, or who was up in that building mad at somebody. No way two aircraft should have touched, nearly, period. Because guess what? They were separated. They was apart. How did they speed up together? How did they come together? People, stop being blindsided. What you thinking, what it is, that's what it is.
For the position of
thank you,
controller
True.
of airplanes pouring into our country, pouring into a little spot, a little dot on the map, a little runway. The initiative is part of the FAA's diversity and inclusion hiring plan. Think of that. The initiative is part of the FAA's diversity and inclusion hiring plan, which says diversity is integral to achieving FAA's mission of ensuring safe and efficient travel. I don't think so. I think it's just the opposite. The FAA website shows that the agency's guidance on diversity hiring were last updated on March 23rd of 22. They wanted to make it even more so.
Listen to what he's saying. He just told y'all the same thing I just said. Listen, y'all, stop saying y'all understand when you don't understand. He just said diversity. He just said what I said. But he's not going to say what he really wants to say. Because if he said what he really want to say, he don't win against his words.
He been got in trouble.
Thank you. Thank you, True. Thank you, girl. They don't understand, True. You know, I don't heard some people say, "Oh, she up there, she wants some attention." I don't want no attention. I got what I got. You know me. I don't want no attention. I'm trying to tell y'all young people. Y'all young people got to listen. Listen and stop running your mouth. This man just said diversity. Do you know what diversity is? He can't say, Donald Trump can't say what he want to say. He can't tell y'all like I can sit here and say, and like True Be Told can say some more that I can. She my mom. She can say what she want to say. She my talker. I can't say so. She know I can't say certain stuff. Trump can't say. He said diversity. He just told y'all who was driving the flight, who was the pilot. You think they don't know who the pilot of that plane? Y'all think they don't know who the pilot of the plane? Y'all think they don't know?
They know everybody on that plane. They have an itinerary. They know everybody on that plane, and they knew everybody was on that Black Hawk helicopter.
Thank you. Everybody on that Black Hawk. And I'm going to speak out for everybody on that Black Hawk. We understand what you're going through, baby. But you didn't do what you was told to do. You didn't do what you were told to do. Yeah, you disobeyed because you were hurt by the diversity of what's going on in the world or what's about to happen. But y'all don't give up like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's going to be a lot of, that's what you call mental health about to step in now. See, mental health is your well-being. Mental health is your well-being. Y'all, I'm not here for nothing. I'm not saying this for nothing. Listen, that's your well-being. Being is your mental health. Somebody cannot deal with this, y'all. They are smiling your face. Hey, how you doing? Me, I'm doing good this morning. They ain't doing good this morning. They just telling y'all that. They about to get on this aircraft and they really can look normal. They can look normal, but they going through a lot. He just telling y'all. This man sitting here telling y'all stuff y'all didn't even listen. Y'all sitting up here and writing and ain't listening, ain't paying attention. Listen, people. United States has to stop being impatient and be patient and listen. Everybody trying to be the winner. I don't want to win, but I am going to be the messenger. I am going to be the messenger, and I'm going to put that message out there whether you like it or not. Because it is what it is. This man just said diversity. You know what diversity is? You look it up. Look it up.
And then I came in, and I assume maybe this is the reason. The FAA, which is overseen by Secretary Pete Buttigieg, a real winner. That guy's a real winner. Do you know how badly everything's run since he's run the Department of Transportation? He's a disaster.
You hear Trump?
Disaster as a mayor. He ran his city into the ground, and he's a disaster now. He's just got a good.
Y'all hear Trump?
He also want to say that Black Hawk was flying too high versus saying where the helicopter was supposed to be at. The helicopter was too high above that airplane,
That's
and
what
once it
I said. What
dropped
you said.
down, it collided. He knew what he was
Say it
doing.
again. That airplane, that airport, that thing was too what?
Too high.
Woo! It was too high. That's what my son said, Mama, why it don't even supposed to be like that. But it's the thing that he was too high. Y'all saw helicopters when y'all was sitting on the plane. It's the level. Everything has an engineer level, y'all. I'm just not using correct language on that because I don't know how to do it. But people, he telling y'all. But Trump is the kind of person just like y'all. Like some of y'all, you're stubborn. You'll say, I'm not going to give no funny acting grandmama Lanita no attention because she wants attention. No, I don't. I don't need your attention because I'm already in attention. Well, I'm about to protect the people out here. That's what I'm supposed to do. I don't want nobody to agree and disagree with me. I just want to put it out here so you can understand what this man right here is saying. Do I agree with him? No. Do I disagree with him? No. No, y'all are so, this is the most judgmental and the most challenging country come from young people. I got young children. She got young men. I got young kids. Y'all always thinking somebody against y'all. We are supposed to say and do what we do. As older generation, we supposed to do this. The man said diversity. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all just want to hear about the TikToking. I'm a TikToker. This is y'all people.
Yeah, it's a lot out here.
They shouldn't have been at the same height because if it was at the
Listen
same
to
height,
what that man said. That plane and the helicopter shouldn't be in the same height. What is it telling you about the engineering people? Only thing the pilot is doing what they are told to do.
Yeah.
The engineering up at the top is telling them when a plane lands, somebody didn't do what they supposed to do, or somebody did what they supposed to do. It's sending a message. Y'all ain't paying attention. Y'all people ain't paying attention. Y'all ain't paying attention, but I ain't gonna give up. I'm gonna always be here. And I'm gonna have my crew with me. What Esther do? She take her Esther on Fred Sanford, she have her group with her. With their hats on. And they coming. With that Bible in their hand. They coming at y'all. The people who was on top of that top pilot, that towers. And I'm gonna interview my grandson My son, granddad, because he's an engineer, and he still deal with them people at Hartford Airport. They know how high, they know how low them planes come. And y'all, I'm telling you, I deal with people of color. He gonna tell y'all. And I don't want him to show his face because it'll get him in trouble. This man is a white man. I am definitely paying attention. Thank you, Shirley. Because we got it, but sure, they got to pay attention. This man is talking, but he's skipping. He using disability instead. He said, let me go. Let me go from there. Getting a headache.
You could have gone under it or over it, and nobody realized, or they didn't say that it's at the same height. At the same height, it still wouldn't have been great, but you would have missed it by quite a bit. Could have been 1,000 feet higher. It could have been 200 feet lower.
Try telling y'all the truth. Try telling y'all the truth. Them planes not supposed to be in contact with each other, y'all. Them aircraft hit for certain reason. It could have been high, it could have been low, it could be the mist, it could have been something, but not hit together. No. No, this doesn't happen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all remember 9/11? Huh? Y'all think they ain't see them twin towers in there? Huh? Wake up, people. Wake up, United States. Don't wake up when it's just benefit you getting something free. I don't get nothing free. I got to go out here and work for it. That's why I don't care what nobody say about me, because I'm out here paying your taxes. I'm out here working hard, not only just for me. I got to rub my legs and put this darn stinking stuff on it to make onto my feet, because my feet hurt. I don't supposed to be doing this. But if we older people don't do it, then where y'all gonna be at? Don't satisfy me on the job. Say the young people on these jobs. Listen how y'all talking to this young person. Commend that young person on that job. Tell him that he doing good. Only thing y'all do is tell the young people on the job the negative. Diversity. Just because they don't speak the way you want to speak. I have heard a lot of people come on people channel say, oh, y'all podcast people don't speak. We ain't got to speak like you. We ain't got to be the way you are, where you want. I ain't gonna never be the way you want me to be no more. It's my way this time. I don't retire. I'm not speaking proper in the language no more. I'm gonna put it in the language that these young people speak. That truth. I'm not about to speak. No, do this. Sit down. What? No, you're not gonna do that. They don't understand. Sit down. No, don't do that, Johnny. No. What's your name? You didn't hear me call you? No. Oh, no. No. Don't do this. Don't do that. Nobody talking like that no more. Sit your ass down. Sit down and pay attention. I'm tired of speaking correct language and people disrespecting them. I'm going to keep speaking like I'm speaking. You can't talk them nice. You be trying to talk nice. Can you tell me which way to go? They look at you like you're crazy. Diversity. Diversity. There's so many evil people out here in this world. I wish the evil people would get together and be around each other. But they choose to be around people who think like us. Get them. Keisha, close your room door. I can hear your conversation. I want to hear that evil stuff.
Somebody should have been able to point that out. So all of this is going to be studied, but it just seems to me, from a couple of words that I like to use, the words common sense, some really bad things happened, and some things happened that shouldn't have happened. So you had a helicopter going in an identical direction. You had a helicopter that was at exact same height as somebody going in essentially the opposite direction. You had a plane that was following a track, which is a track that every other plane followed. And I don't imagine, I know I've heard today that it did not have been following the preceding plane, which was pretty close, but not that close, the preceding plane. But you wouldn't have even been able to see that because of the direction that the helicopter was coming in at. So you had a confluence of bad decisions that were made. And you have people that lost their lives, violently lost their lives. We're going to take a few questions. I'd like to ask our new Secretary of Transportation to say a few words. Sean Duffy, great gentleman, just started. It's not your fault, and I know you agree with me very strongly on intellect and even psychological well-being of the air traffic control.
What I just tell y'all. What I just tell y'all. Physical, mentally, emotionally, all of this is the psychological well-being, with your health, well-being, because this is not the only time this gonna happen, people. This is not the only time this is gonna happen. If we can keep the evil don't want to leave off around you because you are very powerful. The evil would not leave away from you because you are powerful. You give powerful information. Only way evil can get rid of the powerful information is to get rid of them. But you got to stand and stop being weak in what's going on in the United States. Not only the aircraft, it's going to be some other stuff. Until we stop thinking about ourselves, it's so many people just selfish. And it's all about them, about your selfish self. Long as you succeed, you ain't worried about nobody else succeeding. Just because you are failing, you want everybody else to fail with you, not with me. Trump know what he said. Trump know what's going on. Trump know what he said. Trump know what y'all. You can't look at a person and tell the diversity of a person, what this person is, how this person. If you look at me, you'll think I'm the meanest woman on earth. But if you get around me and get to know me, I'm the funniest woman on the earth. I love to be funny. But one thing about me, I'm going to follow your policy. Your policy is something that I'm going to follow. If you got rules in your house, I'm going to follow them. You got rules in your school, I'm going to do it. You got rules on this platform, on this platform, I'm going to go by it with your policy. United States, the president. Everybody complaining about what Trump said, what Trump doing. Take out your pen and pencil. Y'all get together and talk. Y'all talking behind his back. Talk for the people. But people of the United States of America, y'all are the one that run this country. Y'all are the one that run this country. The laws has really failed us. Nobody care about health care. All these people do is call me all day. Y'all ask me the same identical question. Oh, I just call you. They got robots calling your house, asking you about health care. They start early in the morning. They know when to start. Homeland Security, stop this mess. It's no way I should be talking to nobody every hour, every day. And they don't say scam lightly no more. They put their real numbers out there. They put numbers out there. Protect our country. It's not protected, y'all. Our country is not protected. And I'm not going to sit here and be quiet about it. Lawfully, we're not protected. Some people protect it. We got to get off our high horse, and respect need to come back into the United States of American. Respect. We have lost respect for our country and for the people in our country. So we so busy looking at somebody else, and we is part of the problem. We is part of the problem. Because we are initiating. It's no way you can tell me to take out old flowers that don't work no more. Then when I take them out, then you complain about it. Boy, who you talking to? I ain't going nowhere because y'all going to have to deal with me. People don't like when you say that on job. You going to have to deal with me, brother. I ain't going nowhere. And people don't want to fire you on no job. If they fire you on a job, they got to keep you. And I'm going to be the one that fight for everybody on the job. Psychologically, physically, mentally, and socially. I'm strong. I'm a powerful person. And can't nobody run me away. Words don't hurt. But I'm there for these folks that y'all running away. Why y'all run away all this knowledge? Why are y'all running away these young people on these jobs? That's why they ain't got no job, because y'all keep firing them. Diversity.
Exactly.
Shit, excuse me. Excuse me, YouTube. I made a mistake and said a little word. How these young people, just because I'm in a wheelchair, I can't work. Just because I see people on my job with disabilities, I love them. And it tells me a lot when I'm coming from another world source. I'm coming from a different career into another career, and I see it. And y'all mistreating people. But you're going to have to deal with me, because they ain't going until I get ready to go. Now you got to deal with Miss Pisces. Then you got to deal with me. Fire me. Because if you fire me, you have to pay me. Since you ain't got to pay me, you're going to have to deal with me. Because I'm going to smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place of backstabbing. That ain't going to happen. Yeah, y'all better listen. I ain't just talking, I'm for real. Shoot. Tired of y'all running these young people off their job. Get these young people a chance. You were young on the job. You didn't do something right on the job. You want to talk to people. We are the most judgmental. Got to stop being judged. Stop, y'all. Stop it. If just because you are the principal of a school, principal of a warehouse, the president of the company, president of the United States, hey, you got to know how to talk to people. These people ain't eating collard green, squash, and cornbread like we did back in the days. They ain't eating, they ain't growing vegetables and go out there and had to pick their food like us. Y'all gotta remember, we dealing with hot dog hamburgers and pizza and all that kind of stuff now. We ain't dealing with what we used to deal with. So we got to make a change. Michael Jackson made a song because he needed help. And when he made that song, Make That Change, he changed his complexion because he wasn't proud of who he was. Back in the day, y'all, when I was little, I didn't want to be black. I thought black was the worst color to be because the way y'all were mistreating and talking mean. But not understanding what was really going on. When I understood what was going on, I was proud to be who I was and who I am. But when you're confused and trapped inside the box, y'all got to remember, a lot of kids just like us. Like we used to be when we were little girls. I don't like trouble. I don't like trouble. But once I understood what was going on, that's a different thing, y'all. But when you talk, it's different. It ain't nothing wrong with being who you are. And this generation that we have, I have seen these young people stick by each other. Young people stick by lies. Young people stick by evil. Evil attract our young people because we let it happen. They don't believe nothing we say. They stick together by evil. Evil attract them. And I look and I say, oh, so y'all like negative stuff. Y'all want to hear negative stuff. Then when I started getting on 18 with the negative stuff, then they got mad. Oh, Coach don't find out that we're really not negative people. We're really positive people. Young people want attention, y'all. Young people want attention, but they stick together. They stick together. They know it's evil. They know it's wrong, but they stick together. Listen to me. They stick together. When you start being on their side, stop caring. One day in your family, right now, stop caring. Watch how it change. God, they don't care. They don't care no more. Cause you don't care. Don't tell them they don't care. Try it. Act like you don't care one day. See, we are the caring people because we're the people that went through struggling. People my age and on up, 40 and over, we struggle. These kids don't know what struggle is, y'all. They don't know what this president's saying. They don't know what Obama's saying. They don't know what Biden said. They don't know about no ISIS. They don't know. We do. we do. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. We know. They don't want to listen to us. But you know what I do now? I don't talk no more. I listen to them. What you gonna do with that? Because you can't come back here no more. And we always saying they can't come back here no more. And we brought them. We let them what? Open the door. Because we know how it is out there. But let me finish. I can talk all day about this stuff right here. Because I have seen evil taking over our young people. But our young people is looking out for each other on evil style instead of on it. They'll say, oh, she want attention. Nobody want no attention. Nobody older don't want no attention for none of y'all chillings can't do nothing. Put you where I am because you don't know me. You don't know who I am. You know what I'm capable of doing. But you always go missing, and who got to look for you? The older people. When you talk mean about your mama and when you talk mean about your dad, about your mamas, the mom that struggled hard and the dad that struggled hard to try to do for you, what you do? What you do? Ain't nobody got to do nothing. And what you gonna do? They don't care nothing about you talk. Do you think these old folk care about what y'all say about them? They can close their door and lock their door and don't let you in there, period. My son told me last night when I just got out the phone, he just turned 33. He said, Mama, be careful who you open up the door for because there's a lot of people out here. These women so cute and pretty, and they are saying stuff to try to buy stuff, and then they set up there and rob this man, try to rob this man. The man was shooting through his door. I said, you know what? It's amazing how it took him 33 years to realize what I was talking about. It took him 33 years. The reason why I didn't open my door. The reason why I was looking through my ring camera. He said, Mama, the only thing they got to do is look through the ring camera. I said, I don't open my door for nobody. No way. They talk to the old people like the old people don't know. We ain't never let nobody up in our door. We never answer our doors. But it makes me feel proud that he sees what Mama was saying. He sees what I was saying and in the things that I was doing. I said, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you understand what I was saying. Why I didn't answer the door. Why I looked through the been in this house 24 years, y'all. 2004, I've been here 24 years. I looked at my ring. I say I ain't never opened my door, but that's good. So now he got his own house. You do it. Mama been know what to do. Y'all ain't telling me. Y'all think how we up in our 60s and 80s that we old and 90s? No, we trying to help y'all. We trying to help y'all. If it was for the older people, y'all won't be where y'all are now. Because we've been through civilization. I know y'all don't want to hear that because that's the truth. When something happened to you, who had to get on their platform? Who had to go to the school? Who had to talk to them children? Who had to talk and motivate? I don't like Yelling, I like talking and teaching. Of course, you won't understand me. Of course, you won't understand me. Because I'm a caring person. Now, listen to the words that, y'all, I can talk all day because that's all I do is preach. I preach to young children. I talk to them. And they want me everywhere they go. I can't be there. Not my children, I'm talking about other kids. I can't be there for them. I can't be there. I can't sit there and hold y'all hand all day. I can't be there. A lot of my young guys that I coach on the track team is locked up. Because when they wasn't locked up and doing good, I was giving them that attention. Attention and patience is what our United States of American young people need, y'all. It was a burden on me. I can't do this.
Such an important position, and I think I can't emphasize stronger. I changed it when I first ran.
Thank you,
In
Manifest.
2016, I changed it. We had the highest standard that you could have, and then they changed it back. That was Biden to a standard I read it to you. That was from one of your papers. One of the people in this room actually wrote that, and then I changed it back a few days ago. And unfortunately, that was, we'll see. We don't know that necessarily it's even the controller's fault. But one thing we do know, there was a lot of vision, and people should have been able to see that, at what point you stop, at what point you say, wow, that plane's getting a little bit close. So this is a tragedy that should not have happened. Please.
Biden hit, not Biden, but Trump said something that y'all didn't hear him at the end. Biden did a lot of things to satisfy the country. He didn't look at stuff that's gonna sacrifice the country. He looked at a lot of things that was gonna satisfy y'all. But it affected a lot of people as me as well. Yes, it did. Biden was like in a free stage. Free. And give other people free stuff, or he gave the people in the United States free stuff. Do you know how hard for the people in the United States to get free stuff? Do you know that people outside that lives in the United States that get free stuff that you didn't know what kind of program was going on? It's a lot of programs they were getting free stuff from that y'all didn't know nothing about. Yes, sir. They know all. When you walk inside a place, you like, why all these people in here? Why I got to get an appointment? Why I got to make an appointment? And y'all seeing up to these people right here. These people got a roof over their head. Y'all ain't got no roof over y'all head. How? How is that happening? Wake up, United States. Wake up, wake up, wake up, and stop faking. Stop being fake.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I would just note the President's leadership has been remarkable during this crisis. We've had a whole of government response, local, state, federal, and when you see that kind of cooperation, it begins with the leadership in this body. So thank you for that, Mr. President. You make our jobs a lot easier. You made an important point that when we deal with safety, we can only accept the best and the brightest in positions of safety that impact the lives of our loved ones, our family members. And I think you make a really important point on that, Mr. President. That is the motto of your presidency, the best and the brightest, the most intelligent coming into these spaces. I want to take a moment and extend am that we are going to get to the bottom of this investigation, not in 3 years, not in 4 years, but as quickly as possible with the NTSB, who is here today, as well as the FAA. What happened yesterday shouldn't have happened. It should not have happened. And when Americans take off in airplanes, they should expect to land at their destination. That didn't happen yesterday. That's not acceptable. And so we will not accept excuses. We will not accept passing the buck. We are going to take responsibility at the Department of Transportation and the FAA to make sure we have the reforms that have been dictated by President Trump in place to make sure that these mistakes do not happen again. And again, I want to thank you for your leadership, Mr. President, and I appreciate the confidence you placed in me. Thank you. Pete,
well, thank you, Mr. President. Again, I want to echo what the Transportation Secretary said about your leadership. From the moment we found out about this, we were in contact with the White House trying to determine exactly what happened. I would echo it as well. No excuses. We're going to get to the bottom of this. First and foremost, from the Defense Department, want to pass our condolences to the 64 souls and their families that were affected by this. Never should happen. And certainly the 3 service members, the 3 soldiers, young captain, staff sergeant, and CW2 chief warrant officer, on a routine annual retraining of night flights on a standard corridor for a continuity of government mission. The military does dangerous things. It does routine things on the regular basis. Tragically, last night, a mistake was made. I think the president is right. There was some sort of an elevation issue that we have immediately begun investigating at the DoD and Army level. Army CID is on the ground investigating. Top-tier aviation assets inside the DoD are investigating, sir, to get to the bottom of it so that it does not happen again, because it's absolutely unacceptable. But I want to echo what the Transportation Secretary and you, Mr. President, said, because it pertains to the DoD as well. We will have the best and brightest in every position possible. As you said in your inaugural, it is colorblind and merit-based. The best leaders possible, whether it's flying Black Hawks, flying airplanes, leading platoons, or in government. The era of DEI is gone at the Defense Department, and we need the best and brightest, whether it's in our air traffic control, or whether it's in our generals, or whether it's throughout government. So thank you for your leadership, courage on that, sir, and we'll stand by you on that. Thank you. JD, please.
Well, what is happening?
Why the Democrat ain't talking? Still, y'all can talk. Why y'all ain't saying nothing?
Well, thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership. I just want to reemphasize something the President said, and you've heard from the Secretary of Transportation and of Defense. There really was a whole of government response. We were all on the phone. We were all communicating yesterday, trying to get to the bottom of this immediately, but also try to communicate with the American people about what happened. Something the President said that I think bears reemphasizing, which is that when you don't have the best standards in who you're hiring, it means on the one hand, you're not getting the best.
Listen to what he just said. It means on the one hand, you're not getting the best people in the government. I don't think that's what this situation was about. I really don't. I think it was more like, there go Kiki. Go down there with Kiki. There they go, Kiki. Call Camper. They so scared. They at the top of the stairs, y'all. My daughter trying to let them go outside because they know. Minnie don't jumped on the bed. They scared of my daughter, y'all. Go outside, Minnie. They scared, y'all.
People in government, but on the other hand,
on my bed, Keith.
On the people who are already there. And I think that is a core part of what President Trump is going to bring and has already brought to Washington,
They scared of my daughter, y'all. My daughter don't play. And one sitting on my men, they go outside. Go outside. They scared. Camp outside now with his coat on. Go outside, Minnie. Minnie said, shoot, I'm scared of that woman.
Best people because we want the best people in air traffic control, and we want to make sure we have enough people in air traffic control who are actually competent to do the job. If you go back to just some of the headlines over the past 10 years, you have many hundreds of people suing the government because they would like to be air traffic controllers, but they were turned away because of the color of their skin. That policy ends under Donald Trump's leadership. Safety is the first priority.
This ain't got to do. Don't do that. Don't do that, baby. Don't do that. That's not why that plane crashed. About the color their skin. It was diversity. It wasn't the color of their skin, baby. It was the diversity. What y'all said about what y'all gonna do with the homosexual and all that kind of stuff. That's what it's about. Transgender and everything. Don't do that. It ain't got nothing to do with color.
Trump said that it don't have nothing to do with racism. He said it off his top. No, it don't. He said, no, it don't.
Don't have nothing to do with no color. So don't even do that. Don't even do that. That's not why we're here.
Thank you, Mr. President.
On DEI and the claims you've made, are you saying this crash was somehow caused and the result of diversity hiring? And what evidence have you seen?
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. Y'all train. That's what that vice president said. He need to bring his butt back on the stage. Conspiracy.
Features could have been. We have a high standard. We've had a much higher standard than anybody else. And there are things where you have to go by brain power. You have to go by psychological quality. And psychological quality is a very important element of it. These are various very powerful tests that we put to use, and they were terminated by Biden. And Biden went by a standard that's the exact opposite. So we don't know, but we do know that you had two planes at the same level. You had a helicopter and a plane. That shouldn't have happened. And we'll see. We're going to look into that. We're going to see. But certainly for an air traffic controller, we want the brightest, the smartest, the sharpest. We want somebody that's psychologically superior. And that's what we're going to have. Yeah, please, go ahead.
President, you mentioned at the top of the briefing that there were several Russian nationals on the flight.
Here you go, True. Y'all go over there and subscribe to True Be Told channel for me. That's my buddy. But look, she from Washington, D.C. She know exactly what's going on. Let me tell you what he just said. Wait. Let me back it up. Wait. Listen, y'all.
To the same level, you had a helicopter and a plane. That shouldn't have happened. And we'll see. We're going to look into that. We're going to see. But certainly for an air traffic controller, we want the brightest, the smartest, the sharpest. We want somebody that's psychologically superior. And that's what we're going to have. Yeah, please, go ahead.
President, you mentioned at the top of the briefing that there were several Russian nationals.
Russian nationals on the flight. I would have never known that Russian nationals was on that flight until my girl just told me. Our speaker for the day just told us that Russians was on the flight. I did not know that, y'all. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Until she just said Russians, people, children, and all that was on it. Man, I don't see people as, I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't see people as.
It's deep.
It's deep. It's deep. It's deep. When you talk about several Russian nationals on the flight, now y'all trying to tell me what's the plane targeted?
Yes, it was.
Something about that plane,
yes,
y'all.
Yes, it was. He
Who?
heard. If you look at that, if you all look at the scene
They
and
seen
you
it
look
from the
at
beginning. I put it on my channel.
no, hold on, because people have to keep watching it. They need to. If you watch that helicopter and the plane, if you watch how the speed of that helicopter, I gotta get it, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. That's just how it looked. And before you blink your eyes, it went up in fire.
That's what I'm saying. We went over there early, this morning before you came in, boo. And we said the same thing you said. We watched that plane. We watched that how it happened. And I put it back on and I played it over and over and over. It really like he went and he dived into it. He did. Rush, I didn't know it was other people like that on that plane until y'all told me. That's why I'm surprised. That's what scared me. That I yeah. Somebody know about that plane, y'all. Somebody know about that plane. What's going on? There's
Yeah.
no way 2 aircraft crashed into Potomac River. When you start talking about Russian nationality, that's it.
Facilitate the transfer of their remains, considering
I'm not surprised.
We've already been in contact with
We at
Russia,
war.
and the answer is yes, we will facilitate.
That's starting something when you saying that we had an airplane that affected the y'all got to understand it wasn't only just Russian on that plane. There was some United States citizen on there, coaches, and I'm gonna take up for the coaches because I'm on one. I'm a coach, track and field coach, track and field official, United States track and field official. There's a lot of good things about me, y'all. I'm not gonna get into me. I don't never want it ever to be about me. I want to be about the people. That shouldn't happen. When them kids smile at me and they be from another country or they be from somewhere, I smile. I don't be choosing. I don't be choosing.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. The situation in the Democratic Republic of the Congo is getting worse. Even though President John Lorenzo has been mediating the conflict between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo because he wants to bring peace and stability, the situation is really bad right now. I want to hear from this president if you have any plan in the future to bring peace in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Rwanda, and it is a
Oh, Trump. Oh, Trump. Trump. Trump, why you cut her off? Calm down, Trump. Calm down, Trump. Come on now. Come on now. Remember what you just said. Remember good stuff that you just said. Peace. Ooh-wee. Y'all need to stop this. Cause y'all took people alive that weren't even they were so sweet. Don't do that. Y'all come on, man. We got children and we got come on. Y'all time for y'all children to stand up. Y'all stand up each other when y'all say evil stuff about the grown people. Now y'all need to stand up right now for each other. What's going on? Y'all see what's going on right here in the United States and outside the United States. Y'all see what's going on. Young people, y'all need to get on y'all platform and talk about this instead of going against people. That's what I want to see y'all do on y'all platform since y'all got all the answers. Y'all got all the answers. But I'm going to tell you something, young people. There's no way 2 aircraft crashed into that Potomac River. No. No. This is very serious. So take this to your platform and talk about it. If you don't agree with us, talk about it on your platform. This not supposed to happen. And I love children. I love people. A color, it don't disturb me. This is very serious, y'all.
I don't think it's appropriate right now to talk about it, but it is a very serious problem.
We don't yet know the names of the 67 people who were killed, and you are blaming Democrats and DEI policies and air traffic control.
Why you said that he was blaming Democrats? He said something about Trump. We're not gonna be here that long, no way. Manifest. We appreciate you. Anytime y'all stop through, we appreciate y'all. Cause we're gonna keep it real over here, cause that's how we are, the real deals. We appreciate you, baby. We love you. We always love anybody come over here. I'm not like the way they saying I am, but I'm gonna speak my piece because I'm a Pisces. And Pisces gonna tell it like it is. Now, he not why did that lady say he's blaming the Democrat? No, he's not what you're saying blaming the Democrat. He was saying put in place of what the Democrat put in place, the policy that the Democrat put in place to make y'all feel that this and that and that and the up. That's what he did.
Seemingly, the member of the U.S. military who was flying that Black Hawk helicopter, don't you think you're getting ahead of the investigation right now?
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think with the names of the people, you mean the names of the people that are on the plane, you think that's going to make a difference?
Does it comfort their families?
They are a group of people that have lost their lives. If you want a list of the names, we can give you that. We'll be giving that very soon in coordination with American Airlines. We're in coordination very strongly, obviously, with the military. But I think that's not a very smart question. I'm surprised coming from you.
Thank you for this conversation being here. Based on your analysis so far,
Stop, Campbell.
Of who was at fault, if it was the plane, the helicopter, air traffic control, and can you assure people that it is safe to fly in and out of DC?
Well, I've given you the analysis. The analysis was based on vision. You had a lot of people that saw what was happening. You had some people that knew what was happening. There was some warnings, but the warnings were given very, very late. Warnings were given very late.
Now y'all hear him. It was warning. Y'all know it was warning. Come on, y'all ain't done. Y'all ain't nothing wrong with y'all. Y'all saw. I show y'all. Let me show y'all again. Let me show y'all again. Let me show y'all again. Let funny acting Lanita and all her funny acting people. Y'all stay funny acting for me, okay? Let me show y'all the again. The plane crash. Let me show y'all again, okay? You can tell that it was set up. Please learn how to talk to people. We don't even know how to talk to each other on social media. We don't. We don't. I don't like how you not gonna like Lanita and she one of the sweetest person in the earth, and all her young people on Facebook that she helped them out when they came to her. You don't know me. You don't know me. I'm just gonna be myself. I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, let me show y'all this. Okay, let me see. Let me show y'all this for those who ain't see. Okay, here we go. Justice for all my missing people. Let me see. Let me see. Let me take this out. Let me see. Shout out to all the sexy grandmamas and good looking granddaddies. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. Make it do what it do. Don't let nobody stop making y'all do what it do. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I had it on here earlier, but let's move this. Diversity, y'all. Diversity is very important in our world today. Diversity. Diversity. People ain't gonna talk like, oh, I don't even know what you're saying. Are you speaking English? If I heard people say, if I'm speaking English, if I'm speaking language, if you from Atlanta, you'll know what I'm speaking. If you from Washington, D.C., you know what I'm speaking. If you a real person, you know what I'm speaking. I can speak the way I want to speak. Everybody can change the language of speaking. Hello. Hello, y'all. There we go. I can change it. You're not supposed to understand what I'm saying because I didn't make it for you to understand what I said. I made it for the other people to understand what I said, not you. Sorry about it. Here we go. I just like people. I like people. They funny. Let me see if this is the one I want y'all to look at again. Okay, here it goes. Hold on, y'all. True. You are a mess. I talk to you, Monday. You are so funny. I just love you. God sent you him with me for certain reasons, but you are such a funny young lady. Oh Lord, I just ain't gonna tell you what I'm laughing at. I ain't gonna tell you what I'm laughing at. You is so funny. Why they had to show this video right here? You is so funny. I like you though. You ain't a real sister. Okay, y'all, this is the video. The
News coming in from the USA in that horrific.
let's go. Wait, y'all. Okay, let me hook the screen up. Hello, y'all. Yes, yes. I just love you. Here we go, y'all. Okay, add to the stage. All right, come on, honey. Okay, here we go. I'm paying for y'all every month. Ain't got no money to throw away because I don't throw away money. Oh, hold up, y'all. Oh, here you go. Hold up, y'all. I got something.
Chopper plane crash that is caught on camera. A passenger plane, crashed into a helicopter over Washington skies. The airliner crashed into a chopper over Washington while it was landing. Fatalities have been reported. A massive rescue search operation.
Look, y'all.
In the Potomac River.
She talking about.
Have been shut down. Departure landings have been halted at the DCA Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport near Washington DC.
American 3130, go around, turn left, make 350, equipment, anchor down.
Look at that visual. This is the moment of explosion that happened between the plane and passenger plane and a chopper. It was a military chopper, we are told, of the U.S. Army Black Hawk. But how can the air services go so wrong?
She from another country, y'all. But look, she's showing y'all the plane right here about the land. And she's gonna show y'all the helicopter. Where did the helicopter come from? Nowhere over here. But watch this, y'all.
Very clear signaling, remember, instructions that are given, whether it's to the helicopter pilot or to the pilot of the plane, about what route to take, because there are multiple aircrafts that are landing or taking off. You can see very close to that another aircraft is already in the skies. This aircraft, the passenger plane, was landing. This is right adjacent to the.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. The airplane is landing. Thank you for saying what you said this morning, True, for putting this information out here. The airplane will land, y'all. So that's why it's going down. If an airplane is landing, no way it should have came contact to that aircraft. Well, let me tell y'all something about that aircraft. That aircraft. The satellite signal saw the aircraft before it even got near to that plane, y'all. Y'all know that. Come on, y'all done been on a plane before. Y'all know that.
This is a webcam at a fairly distance in the city that got this explosion. We are fearing casualties as well, especially
traveling in the plane. But this is the latest information coming in that the airliner that crashed into chopper. Let's take a look at this visual again. Shashank Mattu joins me for the latest on that. Shashank, what do you hear? What exactly happened in this case?
So, Pooja, what we're hearing is that this was a passenger plane coming in from Wichita, Kansas. It's a Midwestern state, flying into Reagan National Airport in the state of Virginia. Reagan National Airport is one of the busiest airports in the United States. Lots of traffic from commercial airplanes, also from helicopters. And it appears there was an incident between a Army helicopter with about 3 soldiers on board. That's what we're hearing right now. And the passenger plane that is also code sharing with American Airlines, which is a major American airline, and this plane had around 60 to 70 passengers on it. There was a collision, and now what we're seeing is that there is a massive response from first responders from the state of Virginia as well as.
So if y'all had 67 passengers, how we end with the number of 600 and something people? Here go the plane right here, y'all. About to land. It could have been an accident. But what kind of accident that we need to be doing when the people almost to their destination, like in the car? There go the helicopter right there. This shouldn't have happened. I don't care what nobody's saying. And this plane right here, like it's circling to land as well. And then you got another plane over here, but you got a helicopter right here about to. How did this happen?
The U.S. government, the federal government, also respond to this crisis. What's happened is that the plane is crashed into the Potomac River. So now you're having the U.S. Coast Guard as well as state authorities looking for survivors in the Potomac River. Of course,
Yeah, I didn't show us.
It's still late night in the United States, so visibility is at this point a problem. So we haven't heard anything on casualties specifically, but more generally, Pooja, the thing is that aviation in the United States tends to be fairly safe. This is one of the first major incidents in terms of a commercial airliner since 2009. So it's been a remarkable record of safety in the United States over the last 15 years. And so this would appear to break that record of safety in the United States over the last 15 years. But we have yet to find more information on survivors.
Yeah, this is a Black Hawk.
I can see that there are multiple aircrafts already in the sky around. Shashank, because it's a military aircraft, it's a passenger plane. What do you think? What is your understanding? Was there possibly an instruction issue that went wrong? Was this a technical glitch? Because these are very specific instructions given by the ATC, and therefore perhaps it would beg a question: how can this explosion on landing even take place?
Right, and that's exactly the question that federal agencies in the United States are looking at. You have the National Transport Safety Board, the Federal Aviation Authority, the FAA. All of these authorities are now scrambling to find out what exactly happened. What I can tell you, Pooja, from my personal understanding is
these
that
folks over there talking about y'all. Oh, these people talking about y'all. They talking about y'all. They talking about y'all. Oh, Lord Jesus. They talking about y'all in all kind of languages. Diversity language.
At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what
We talking about airplane. Y'all talking about T-Mobile. I got to play my phone with them.
They put their names on
The captain. What he say? Look, y'all.
attempting to land on runway 33. In the videos ahead, we'll take a closer look at the final hours leading up to the crash. The confusion between the PAP-25 VIP military helicopter and the air traffic controller, and how the rescue operation is being carried out. More details all in the video ahead. The plane had departed from Wichita Dwight D. Eisenhower National Airport in Kansas earlier that evening. A PSA Airlines aircraft, operated under American Airlines and identified as Flight AA5342, collided midair with a military Black Hawk helicopter at approximately 9 p.m. on Wednesday, January 29, 2025. The tragic incident occurred...
We're going to give a shout out to AI Teller. Since they got so much information, let's look at their information and their point of view so we can cut in.
Approach toward Reagan-Washington National Airport in Arlington, Virginia. American Airlines confirmed that 64 people were aboard the jet, 60 passengers and 4 crew members, while 3 soldiers were aboard the military helicopter. This plane's radio transponder stopped transmitting about 2,400 feet, which is around 730 meters short of the runway, roughly over the middle of the river. This has marked the first major U.S. commercial crash in more than 15 years. From an aerial perspective, it is evident that Flight AA5342 was approaching the airport from the south, descending over the scenic Potomac River. This area is known for...
That plane was doing what that plane's supposed to be doing, y'all. Let's see what the helicopter was doing, what the helicopter's supposed to be doing.
Several iconic landmarks, such as the Pentagon, located nearby in Pentagon City. To the north, one can spot the striking dome of the United States Capitol building, a symbol of American democracy. The Potomac River, which encircles the airport and much of Arlington, serves as a natural boundary and offers breathtaking views for arriving flights. However, this area is also densely trafficked, both by air and on the ground, adding to the complexity of air traffic management in the region. American Airlines Flight 5342, which we'll refer to as the landing flight, was on its final approach to runway 33. At this stage, called short final, the aircraft was mere moments from landing, flying at an altitude of about 400 feet. This is the most critical phase of landing, where every second counts and pilots are laser focused on safely bringing the plane down.
See, that plane doing what that plane's supposed to be doing. But at the same time, listen what he said, the pilots are laser focused on safety. If they focus on safety, this wouldn't have happened. Somebody wasn't focused on safety. Even if you're the pilot of this helicopter, you saw where it wasn't safety. What matters could have taken instead of running into that plane? What matters, even if somebody is wrong about something, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Just because you said that I'm throwing away good flowers and stuff like that, bam. So what matters is I'm going to take to make the matters right. I'm going to take out the good flowers and leave the bad flowers. In this case right here, what are you going to do in the situation that you see that you're about to approach another? You see it. You see it on the radar in your helicopter. You see it on the radar in your airplane. But the plane is about to land and ain't nothing the plane can do. But the helicopter can go up a long time ago. Y'all, these radars just not work, y'all, right here. It work when they are away from the site where they're about to approach. Like Trump said, this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen. I know y'all have something to get. Let's put our behavior beside looking at people how they are and who they are or who we like. Just let's look at the situation. Like I said, shout out to AI Tally, okay, for the illustration. We appreciate that over here on the Funny Acting People community. We are funny acting, and we're gonna stay like that.
identified as PAC 25, was reportedly on a possible training flight. It was flying perpendicular to the flight path of Flight 5342, following the course of the Potomac River. The Potomac River is a designated flight corridor for helicopters, and it's common to see aircraft like this operating in the area. The key difference between the two aircraft in this scenario was their operating rules. The Black Hawk helicopter PAC 25 was flying under visual flight rules. This means it was required to rely on visual observation of its surroundings to avoid other aircraft. The landing flight 5342 was operating under instrument flight rules, which give it priority over VFR flights in controlled airspace. This system assumes that VFR aircraft will actively maintain visual separation to avoid conflicts.
Right.
Before the collision, the air traffic control tower at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport called PAC 25 to confirm whether they had the other aircraft in sight. PAC 25.
Y'all hear what he said? Y'all hear what he said? They are communicating, y'all. They are communicating. People out there in the real world, look, they are communicating, y'all. They communicate. Okay. Don't make these folks fool y'all. Okay. I'm just an informational person. And what we do is send the information out to y'all because y'all not getting it. Okay. What you say, baby? We can't hear you.
They were communicating. That Black Hawk was communicating. That we can talk about this stuff until we blue in our face. This was intentionally. You could see that it was intentionally, and it's just what happened. It's just plain example. The man spoke on it. He said what he said, and that's that. It's a distasteful, in my mouth of how and what we're going, what we are seeing. We got a lot on our plate, and a lot of us don't even see it.
Right.
It's a disgrace. That could have been your child, your grandchild. Right. It could have been anybody, but to keep talking and talking and talking about what are you going to do? You know what Trump did? He fired everybody and brought his own people in. He did it yesterday on national TV. These people are sickening.
And we deal with so many plane crash, unnecessary plane crash. Like Shirley said, she spoke of Kobe freak accident. And you know who accident I always thinking about? A Leo, baby. A Leo accident.
Yeah.
That girl wasn't supposed to happen like that to her. I cried coming from the club from one side of the town, and when they brought it up about a Leo in a plane crash, and then let me calm down. Yeah, I had to calm down.
This Lanita, that this happened before in 1961. Skaters and everything on a plane. Okay, they know what they're doing.
But they said that it happened before
1961. That this happened. The same thing with not the exact how it crashed, but a crash with skaters on the plane.
That what that man said. What you said. You know what you're talking about. Things ain't just happening for nothing. And then, listen to what he just said.
Same.
At first glance, this seems like an acknowledgement that they were aware of Flight 5342's presence and were taking steps to avoid it. However, it now seems likely that PAC 25
they tried to state that what he said. They tried to avoid hitting that airplane because they had enough time to avoid hitting that airplane. But y'all, it looked like when I was sitting up in the airplane, my first time ever been on an airplane, you'll be surprised how fast an airplane moving, and it looked like it moving slow.
Yeah.
To me, it looked like it moving slow, but they say that we're not moving slow.
Yeah. And also Trump said that you know how when you said you only been on a plane one time, but they got you could be on a plane and the plane just circling around and circling around. You think the plane is going one way, but the plane is actually circling around. He said that's gonna stop.
I don't like that because I was like, it's a lot of things that my eyes got big. I was praying. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. It's I just ready to get out the air and be back over here.
I believe you. I remember when I first used to do it all the time with Homeland Security. I've been around, baby.
But
I've
see,
been
that's why I would
around.
try to tell people that most of the people on our channel has been experience stuff, and we have professional jobs. So we just only trying to respect. We don't want to be difficult. That we just want to respect y'all. But it's a lot that we know. But we like for y'all to talk. We don't want to talk. We don't want to tell you who we are. We want to tell you what we do. But look, y'all, listen to what he said about this black. This is a black Hawk driver. You don't know what kind of feeling he's in. You don't know how to who's guiding him in, and you don't know the people. I didn't know that it were Russian people on that flight until my guest told me, and when she told me that it was Russians on the flight, that hurt my heart. I don't want nobody to get hurt, y'all, especially they in the United States. We the land of the peace. We the peacemaker. Are we? Okay. Here we go.
Identified a different aircraft, possibly a departing flight from the same airport, and believed that was the other aircraft referred to by the tower. Tragically, Pat 25 may not have realized that Flight 5342 was descending directly into its path. This misidentification could have led to the Black Hawk failing to adjust its course in time to avoid a collision.
Look, y'all.
Although I'm not a pilot, this is what appears to have happened based on the available information. It's a heartbreaking incident that raises questions about how such misunderstandings can occur and what safety measures can prevent them in the future. If you have more insight or expertise, please feel free to share your thoughts.
That's right.
The passenger plane broke into multiple pieces and sank several feet into the river. Meanwhile, the helicopter ended up landing upside down on the water. Regarding the rescue mission, the main challenge is access. The water they're working in is about 8 feet deep, which is roughly 2.5 meters. On top
that driver of that plane, that helicopter, had no idea that this is about to happen to them. The pilot of the plane has no idea, but they saw it coming. It's nothing they could do. It was nothing. These two people do not. It is so disturbing that they have no clue. They were trying to land these people safe, and he was trying to dodge the situation. What I see, y'all.
The conditions are tough. There's strong wind, chunks of ice floating around, which obstructs rescue workers. We also have audio from air traffic control that has been published online.
Listen, y'all.
As the two aircraft approach each other. In the recording, we can hear a conversation. It appears to involve the air traffic controller, with P standing for priority air transport, the helicopter, and CRJ referring to the passenger plane. The response seems to come from the helicopter, but something goes terribly wrong. The two aircraft continue to move closer to each other until they crash, and there was no response from the other side.
Because what had happened, they saw it come. Hold on. They saw it coming. They saw that coming. It ain't nothing they could have said about it. They saw it coming. They got quiet because they saw that it about to be a collapsing. It's nothing else. Right here, y'all. When they saw it, it couldn't talk. This is Jesus. They couldn't talk, y'all. It's nothing to say. It ain't nothing whoever behind this scene could have said. It's nothing they could have said when they saw it coming. They know they was in trouble after this happened.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Intentionally.
Hold on, y'all. I thought the thing was off mute. Hold on. Whew. That's why I just had this conversation the other day with my niece. Somebody, I can't think of who I had the conversation with. I was like, y'all, I don't think I'm going to be able to get back on the plane again because I didn't want to tell y'all that mentally I was kind of scared. And one white guy was on that plane, y'all. I know we talk about people of color, but y'all, before I got on that plane, God sent. I said, Jesus, this white guy came interested in me for some reason about that. He was younger than me, and I was older. And I told that. Then he came over there by me, and he said, "You gonna be all right. You scared." And he knew that. I don't know how that man know that was my first time flying on a plane. And he's a business person. And so he like when I got on the plane, he said, "This your first time on the plane?" And I with my niece, and this not her first time. And I told and she went around me and I said, "Yeah, this is my first time. I am scared." And so we was in Texas. And I was like, "Why this man so nice to me?" And so when we got on the plane, he said, "Before we got on the plane, I'm gonna make sure that you get by a window." I said, "I want to be by a window, but my niece ticket said I'm not going to be by a window." He said, "Well, long as I'm on," this white guy was nice to me, y'all, a young guy, and I was older. And he said, "I'm going to make sure that you get by a plane, get by a window. I'm going to make sure that you get." I said, "But how you going to do that? And I'm in the middle." He said, "Trust me, I'm going to put you by a window." I said, "Okay. All right, don't get in trouble." A white guy. We talk about people of color, but y'all be surprised. And so we got on the plane, and the steward asked me, like I'm important, my first time on the plane. She said, "You want to get by the window?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." But I want. Then she said, "Well, I'm about to put you by a window." And the guy looked back at me, and then I threw a thumb up at him. That means thumbs up. I like, but I don't want to be away from my niece. My niece, the one, it's the cost of me to be on the flight. So the guy who was sitting across from us didn't have nobody by the window. But then the white guy stood up and said, "Well, she can sit by the window. Let her sit by the window, sir." He spoke for me. I'd never been on a plane before. So I got on the side, and I said, "Oh, excuse me, sir. I'm trying to be nice." And I looked out the window, and then I said, "Thank you. Thank you so much." And I gave him a thumb up again. He was like 4 seats before me. And I gave him a thumb up. And so I have to share this, y'all. The reason why I'm sharing this is because there are good people out here in this world while we complain about this and complain about that. And so the Caucasian guy, uh, I was looking out the window and the plane hit clouds. But this is the first time I ever been on a plane. He looked at me, they were laughing. My niece, I looked over at her, she laughing. And I'd never been on a plane before, and the cloud was like, what that what we shaking for? I'm looking like, so I made a tent top out of it, but I was scared. But I'm praying. And then I was looking at the beautifulness up in the clouds, above the cloud, what was in the cloud. So later on, we were flying, we were still going. And she said, I looked over, I said, "Where you get that food from?" Y'all, if you never been on a plane for the question that you get, I said, "Where you get that food from?" She said, "Your friend." And the people thought that he was buying the food for her. He was buying the food for the old lady like me. See, folk think that older women ain't got it going on. But he was buying the food for me. He said, her. He said, she said, "That was your friend bought the food." I like that woman. Hey, what I got? I looked at the book. I gotta get the book and I ordered me something. And I felt like a queen, y'all, because he made me feel like a queen. I'm the older lady, and he was the young man. But they thought that he was buying the food for the young lady. He was buying the food for. I know y'all hating on that. I know y'all hating on that. Yes, sir. So I like that. He made me feel comfortable. Then he got off at his flight. We got out the flight in Texas, and that's when everything changed. And I was like, God, we gotta walk this fast to another flight. Jesus. I ain't used to that. So me and my bad, we were just walking, me and my bad knees and feet. We were walking, and I got to the destination where we can sit down and wait on the thing. I was like, I ain't used to this. Jesus, good. I need to stay in shape. So I'm saying is that if you ain't never been on no plane before and it's a new experience to you, and I took a big flight to coming from Atlanta to Los Angeles, it was scary. On the way back, it was quick, but on the way there, it was difficult for me. I guess because I was scared. But we about to. I share my experience with y'all. Is I appreciate y'all listening, because if you ain't up been on a plane before, you don't know what to think. And then I told myself the other day, I don't want to get back on the plane. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel that way. I always gave my children opportunity and paid money for them to travel, to go visit. But I didn't. But when I did, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. And now, and I want to tell y'all, young people, continue to flight, continue to be a student. I have a cousin, a student for 20 something years, and they never have a plane crash. But don't get disturbed off this particular crash. Okay, continue flying. People who want to fly, continue to fly. It is the quickest way. But me, I can't do it again. I can't do it. I can't. I ain't gonna say can't. I will do it, but I ain't gonna do it. Y'all scaring me too much. All right, y'all. Back to the video, y'all. To the Potomac River.
If you have more insight or expertise, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. The passenger plane broke into multiple pieces and sank several feet into the river. Meanwhile, the helicopter ended up landing upside down on the water.
Oh.
Regarding the rescue mission, the main challenge is access. The water they're working in is about 8 feet deep, which is roughly 2.5 meters.
Wait.
On top of that, the conditions are tough. There's strong wind, chunks of ice floating around, which obstructs rescue workers. We also have audio from air traffic control that has been published online, capturing the moments as the two aircraft approach each other. In the recording, we can hear.
Now y'all gonna hear the aircraft control. Thanks. Like I say, shout out to AI Teller. Thank you for putting this information out here for us, because y'all got more information than I ever had. Thank you so much.
It appears to involve the air traffic controller, with P standing for priority air transport, the helicopter, and CRJ referring to the passenger plane. The response seems to come from a helicopter, but something goes terribly wrong. The two aircraft continue to move closer to each other until they crash, and there was no response from the other side. This long shot video, recorded by the Kennedy Center cam, seems to show two aircraft, a helicopter and a commercial airliner, colliding, creating a huge flash. If you take a close-up shot, you can clearly see the Black Hawk helicopter traveling at an alarmingly high speed directly towards the plane, a moment of impending danger captured in stark detail. According to reports, the situation unfolded due to apparent confusion on the part of the Black Hawk pilot. He was seemingly unaware of the presence of a second aircraft in the vicinity, which ultimately led to a critical misjudgment. When the flight controller radioed in, asking if the pilot had identified Flight 5342, the pilot confidently confirmed that he had visual contact. However, the plane he was referring to wasn't Flight 5342. It was a completely different aircraft flying above his position. This misidentification proved costly. The pilot, certain he was operating safely, continued his course. Tragically, he ended up flying directly into the path of an oncoming aircraft. The sequence of events highlights the immense complexity and risks of aviation,
where even small communication errors or lapses in situational awareness can lead to dangerous, life-threatening outcomes. Let's take a look at a different case scenario of a Jeju Air Flight 2216. This South Korean airline was granted permission to land from the south on runway 1 northward. But control tower cautions against bird activity, so the aircraft made a slight deviation in flight path. The pilot declares Mayday after it hit a couple of birds, and it was instructed to make a go around and land on runway 19 southward. It was at this moment the airplane encountered another problem with the landing gear, which did not open. Finally, the plane had to make a belly landing with what was supposedly a landing gear failure because it hit in the middle of the runway and crashed into the elevated localizer antenna and concrete, erupting into a huge fireball, while the tail section remained intact. Morning 8:57. A TC broadcast a cautionary advisory about bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. 8:59. The pilot of Flight 7C2216 reports a bird strike, declares an emergency was repeated. This is what he said: Mayday, Mayday, Mayday calls and notifies the TC with the message. Bird strike, go around. Just 1 minute after the bird strike at 9 o'clock. The flight initiates a go-around maneuver and requests authorization to land on runway 19, which requires an approach from the opposite end of the airport's single runway that is from the north to the south, which is not the actual landing procedure. Usually then land from the south to the north. 9:01 in the morning, 8TC clears the aircraft to land on runway 19, 9:02 local time. The aircraft touches down on the runway approximately 1,200 meters, which translates to 3,940 feet from the threshold of the 2,800 meter. This is around 9,184-foot runway. 9:02 and 55 seconds later, the airport fire rescue unit completes the deployment of fire rescue equipment. 9:03 Flight 7C2216 overshoots the runway and crashes into a hill-like structure beyond the runway's end, which later on we came to know that it hit the localizer antenna and its adjacent concrete embankment. And finally, we have a missile attack plane crash. At 10:43 a.m. Kazakh time, which is Russia's Rostov Air Traffic Control Center, received a signal indicating that the crew had decided to divert the flight to Aktau due to adverse weather conditions in Baku and Makhachkala, a city in Russia's Dagestan region. At 10:53 a.m., the Rostov flight director informed Aktau's flight manager that an oxygen tank in the passenger cabin had exploded. This explosion reportedly caused passengers to lose consciousness, prompting the crew to request immediate medical assistance upon landing. Emergency teams were swiftly mobilized at Aktau Airport in preparation for the aircraft's arrival. At 11:02 a.m., the pilots made contact with Aktau Airport's air traffic control tower. Despite their efforts, the crew faced significant challenges during their descent. They attempted to land twice, but were unable to maintain altitude or stabilize the aircraft. Tragically, at 11:28 a.m., contact with the crew was lost, and moments later, the plane crashed to the ground. This means the plane was hit between 10:30 to 10:53 a.m. Kazakh time by the Russian anti-air defense system. In this scenario, the plane is flying at a significantly higher altitude, rendering the cannons ineffective. Consequently, the system opts to deploy a missile as the optimal weapon for engagement. The missile is launched vertically.
Okay, we don't want to get in there. Okay, we don't want to get in there. Okay. All right. Now, y'all, my thing is this. We know as the people of the United States that something happened. Something happened wrong. And it was some miscommunication. And we lost lives. We lost family, lost their lives. Hold on, y'all. Things can happen. Things can happen. And some miscommunication. Like we have miscommunication now. It's almost like you send your kids to school on that bus, and you want that bus driver to bring your kids back home. It's almost like you're on that job, and y'all supposed to protect us, protect the people of the job. Them people, I want to get my condolences, and I want to thank the people. My guest today, like I said, go over there and join Truth Be Told. I want to thank all my guests for being here today. Y'all ain't the best, but I'm there. I may not be as good as what I do, but I'm good. Formative, I am. But it ain't about me. I'm not here about me. I'm here about the people of the United States of America. We got to get the United States back together and stop being a judgmental country. Let's stop being a judgmental country. We judgment people that we don't even know nothing about. We judge people because we don't like what they say. Judgmental country. There's no way, and I'm not going to talk about it, but we're going to always talk about it. Don't ever stop talking about stuff. No way these families on the airplane shouldn't have got to their destination when they were trying to get to their destination for the longest. It's no way people from other countries should have been hit on them planes. Y'all would never know the truth. Y'all would never know the truth. Selfishness. Be so sad on our country. God, we got to change. We got to change. It's no way a Leo should be here from us. Ever since P. Diddy been locked up, we don't have. I ain't saying P. Diddy got nothing to do with this. I'm just saying. So much torture has been going on. Since we have gotten cartels locked up, we're dealing with wildfires. We're dealing with different things in the United States that we're not paying attention to. We need to protect. Y'all, let me tell you something. Can I tell y'all young people something? Let me tell y'all something. Listen, young people. All the people got it going on, but we trying to open y'all eyes and let y'all know that we're not against y'all. We with y'all. We'll never do nothing to be against you. But we know, we see. What goes around, comes around. What y'all already been through, we already been through it. We know it gonna take some years. It may be years when stuff happen in your state. But it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Listen to your elderly, the ones that you really believe in. Not all of them. Listen to the ones who give them some really good historic and good advice. Stop thinking that you know everything and you don't. You can't learn from a young. A young can't teach a young what to do, but a young can teach an old. An old can teach a young. I never in my life, and it's for me to say it. That's what Jesus wants me to do now. I don't want attention because I'm gonna get attention. I am attention. It's just y'all don't know who I am yet. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know who my guests are. Y'all don't know who the people that I'm surrounded. We're not supposed to say our name. We're not supposed to tell who we are, but we are good people that work hard all our lives. And we are trying to put this information out here to y'all. Stop being disrespectful, because we don't allow respect toward our country and for our people who within the country. We have let people from other countries come in and talk to us in a kind of way. And the first thing we said, who you talking to? Sometimes you have to take a minute and you have to swallow. Like, who they talking to? Who they talking? What? Okay. Breathe. A lot going on, y'all. And guess what? This is just the beginning. If you look around YouTube now, you see a lot of quiet content. You know why? They don't stop these people from talking. They don't stop these people from talking, y'all. They stop these people from talking. They don't stop these people from talking. They don't shut these people's mouths up. Chad Ward Wright, yabba dabba do. She gave y'all some information. Yabba dabba do. What they done did to her? It don't got quiet on YouTube, you know. You got a lot of people from YouTube about to go back to their country. What are you gonna do? I work for y'all. So what are you gonna do? How you gonna send me back? Y'all, I know y'all don't like for people to talk to y'all. Y'all like for people to be dramatized. Now, that's a person that I never met before in my life. And I'll never be a drama queen. I don't have time to be a drama queen. I'll never be a drama queen. I walked away from drama before I even run into drama. But I believe in the truth, though. Y'all know Brian Kohlberger didn't go in there and kill all of them folks. I know Lanita, y'all said Lanita done went from aircraft to something else. That's just the way I am. TLC. Aaliyah. P. Diddy. R. Kelly. Luigi Malone, what is his name? Luigi whatever the boy name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Luigi. Y'all see how quiet on that? This thing is quiet. Because guess who in office? Guess who in office? Wildfire. California. Skip your house, but then get their house. Y'all ain't open your eyes yet. Young people, stop thinking that you know it all. Listen to the old folks. Respect got to be back in the game. Respect belongs in the game. Respect. Respect. I ain't mad. And y'all want to know why y'all mama don't get mad. Why y'all grandmama don't get mad. Cause your granddaddy don't get mad. Cause your cousin don't get mad. Cause your sister don't get mad. Cause nobody get mad no more. Because guess what? You wait and see. See. This young man right here. Knew what's gonna happen. See. Messiah Harris. family knew what's going to happen to Nazar. I'm not about to get into that now, right now. But guess what, y'all? There's no way 2 aircraft in it into the Potomac River with warriors. Guess what? They trying to start something. They trying to start something. They trying to start something. Y'all, this a Friday, and it's a happy Friday. One day I'm gonna come on here and tell my jokes. I like to tell jokes, they may be lame, but I'm gonna come on here and tell my jokes. I want to get my condolences to all the beautiful families had members on the aircraft. I would like to give my condolences to all the pilots. I would like to give my condolences to anybody who contributed to this life. Y'all, this is for real. Life is for real. Life is beautiful. Life is precious. Just remember, people help people to speak to me. My mom speaks to me because I can't say nothing too much. The president speaks, but they can't say stuff. They have to have somebody else to say it for them. Be careful, be safe. And I hope none of the content creators have to be the ones have to go back. Can no longer be content creators. Because they've been over here undocumented and illegal. You're not gonna see them for a while. I wanna tell y'all, changes are coming. Don't be afraid of changes, okay? Don't be afraid of changes. Life is changes. Life is changes, young people. Don't be afraid of it. Love y'all. Thank y'all for being, everyone for being here today. But guess what? I'm going to stay funny acting. And y'all better stay funny acting. Don't worry about when nobody says, yeah, I'm funny acting. Yeah, I am a funny acting person. I'm a positive funny acting person. I'm just a funny acting person. I don't know, shit, man. I mean, I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to go with you. I don't have to be with you. I'm just funny acting. Shout out to all my funny acting people, y'all. Yeah, I'm out of here, y'all. Love y'all. Shout out to my mom. Shout out, happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday. Shout out to the subscribers. My new subscribers been me for years. Our channel is growing over here, y'all. It's your channel too. Check me out, y'all, on TikTok. Y'all enjoy me. I'm trying to put some of my jokes on here, y'all. But guess what? One night we're going to have, y'all, I don't want to tell everybody what I'm going to do because they be copying and getting. Love y'all.